Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, good Sunday. Part 9 of Road to JoeFest. I got count them, two fun guests, both awesome guys. You might hear some language. There might be a little language. Hopefully it's in a couple of minutes, right? So I don't, yeah. But anyway, from 3POA podcast, Loose But Complete, I got my buddy, my combat arms friend, Jeremy Jernigan. What's up, brother?
What is happening? Thank you for having me on the channel, man.
How are you?
I'm in a bit of discomfort right now. I think we were talking about this in the green room. I cracked a tooth today, and so that's been pretty painful. And then the jagged edge of the tooth cut a portion of the underside of my tongue as well. So yeah, it's I took a couple of ibuprofen and I'm washing it down with a libation. So hopefully that kicks in. Numbs it up for me.
Time. Oh, and we got another guest. Got to bring him in. He is the poster child of the 3POA podcast. Always a hoot to have around. And he's playing the world's smallest violin for you time now. And that is Mr. Laser Pants, Ryan.
Well, there you go, Jay.
I expected nothing less. I expected nothing less.
Oh, and balls, wiener. There's your language.
Whoa, hang on now.
Oh, not yet? Too soon?
How far in are we?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Oh, we're 2 minutes in. Yeah, so I guess it's okay to say things like malarkey.
Malarkey? No, not malarkey. So, Sergeant Slaughterhouse is here. Jim Largo from Largo's Lair is here. Chris from Cutthroat Comics. Mvargo 97's in the house. We got this dude. That guy's here. Yeah.
I'm here.
Yep. Skyfall's here. Jeff Morris is in the house. Patrick Strauko's here. He says, yo, Joes. What's up, Patrick? Very cool. Beta Ray Bob's here. Packers is here. Matthew Matson, V. Conley. Ted Darklaw from Hello Dope Toys is here. What's up, Ted? Apparently we lost Jeremy.
Nope. I'm here. Sorry about that.
He's escaping. Danjamin's here. What's up, Balake? Killamagua, if I didn't say it, I'm sorry. Samuel Edwards. Bo Sales is here. Oh, yeah, we got a lot of people. Very, very cool. Matt Logic 44 is here. And then Killamagua right off the bat. Thank you so much. Says, sup, loose boys.
Hey, what's up, Killamagua?
Hey, what's going on? Appreciate that super chat.
Yeah. Got them loose boys in the house. D. Conley's here. Can't wait for ValaCon. Well, we're gonna talk about that. Pericles Dragon Balls is here. What is up, everybody? Thank you for hanging out with us, with these two fine gentlemen. So, what have you guys been up to? What's going on? Aside from your tooth, man, I don't want to hear about your tooth anymore.
You don't want to hear any more of my dental woes.
No, I don't.
Just doing dad life, man. Had a birthday on Friday, so I'm 33 years young now.
Yeah, buddy, that's right, you did. Happy birthday.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate it. So yeah, not a whole lot of time for collecting and stuff, but we are we're ramping up for JoeFest as well over there on the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom side of things. So really looking forward to the show. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. What about you, Ryan? What have you been up to?
I got back from California a couple days ago. Did the whole theme park thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Got home Friday, slept most of the day. And then while I was gone, I think like 8 packages had shown up at my house.
Yeah.
So I, just been opening some stuff.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What'd you get? Good stuff?
Well, I got this Kingdom Come Superman, which Mezco, take notes. The third-party guys are doing it better than you. This is amazing.
Who made that?
Some third-party company called BMS.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Man, I love the third-party stuff. Everybody wants to call it knockoff. I just love to call it third-party. But I got that 9-inch Psykill. Woo! So good.
That thing was cool. Yeah. This came in.
Oh, nice.
Fits the channel. The Mezco Destro have not opened it yet.
Cool.
But yeah, few things, few odds and ends.
Very
Batmobile, got my second one that I'm gonna paint and send to Bobby.
So I'm interested in that Kingdom Come Superman. Can you hold him up again? Man, that thing does look good.
It's so
that
good.
head.
I didn't
that
even
head's-
know it existed.
Yeah.
Everybody loves good head.
hmm
It's a good head on those shoulders.
Yeah,
Anywho, M Vargo with a super chat. Thank you, sir. Says, hey, I know these goons. Looking forward to seeing everyone in a couple weeks. Absolutely.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
It's very, very
M
cool.
Vargo, him and his lovely lady just signed the papers on their first home.
Oh
Very
wow!
cool. Congratulations.
Yeah,
awesome.
congratulations. That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
All right. So my soundboard works on this channel too. All right.
Yeah, buddy. Sure does. Maybe you can give me that. Bum, 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 bam, bam. Give me that one.
He's just got noise.
Yep.
And then Jim says, you are truly embracing the suck, Jeremy.
Yeah. You know what? But suffering in silence is how you do it in the army, right?
True
Nobody cares
professional.
about your problems.
No.
Just push on through. So that's what we're doing. With a little bit of medication and a little bit of cheap beer, we're gonna figure this out. We're all gonna do it together.
Drinking that Bud Light. Anyway, Mr. Wonderful's here. Yeah. And then Matthew Matson said that Superman is awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very cool. And then Joe Ricondo's here. What's up, Joe? Says JoeFest. Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Rakondo. That's an awesome name.
Yeah, buddy.
One of those crazy old school army schools right there.
Yeah, we were talking about that comic.
Well, yeah, a little bit of the Rakondo school. That's I think it's still one of the rarest patches for people that collect military patches and stuff. It's one of the rarest ones that you can get.
Why are they doing away with Pathfinder?
Are
Did
they
you hear
really?
that?
No,
Yeah.
I hadn't.
Pathfinder's.
Really?
Oh, Ryan's falling asleep. Can't have that. Hi, Ryan. How are you? Ryan, wake
Oh,
up.
sorry.
Hey, what's up? Ryan, Rachel Salinas is here, and she says good evening.
Hello.
Hey, Rachel.
Hey, there you go. Ryan's awake. Very cool.
But no, I had not heard about Pathfinder going away. That's interesting. We'll have to talk about that later.
Yeah, you and I will we'll offline that. And then Killamagwai says, don't worry, Jeremy. I feel your pain had 2 extractions in a row. Not fun. Feel better.
Yeah.
Yep. Very cool. Ratface says, what's up, guys? And Ted Darklaw says, awesome guest tonight, listening in while I pack some orders. Love you all. Very cool, Ted.
Right on.
And again, to everybody, after this, go over to Hella Dope Toys and watch their show because it is Sunday.
I actually have a really funny story about tooth extractions downrange. It was it was bad at this cop I was at. They had this traveling dentist that was coming around, and anyway, I had come up. I needed my wisdom teeth taken out. So he comes out there, and they do it in this tent. They don't even have like a regular chair. There's like a barber's chair in there, and they're yanking these things out of my head, right?
Jeez.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Like my mouth was so swollen the next day, like I had to adjust the chin strap on my fucking Kevlar in order for it to fit. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Wow. That sounds horrible.
Yeah,
Good
it
Lord,
wasn't fun.
man.
You know, but good old army stuff.
What's up, Nutty Buckeye? Glad you're here. The worst I ever had to go through on a cop was we got stuck with these Fijians once, and they were drinking like their weird holy beverage, right?
Yeah.
Hi, what's up? What's up, Ryan?
What's a cop?
Combat Outpost.
Oh yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
We got stuck with these Fijians, and they were mixing their little beverage, that they drink as part of their culture, and they were like trying to share it with us, and I was like, I don't know if I should, like, am I going to get in trouble if I drink
Yeah.
that? It looked like you just washed your socks in it, by the way.
I think that might be a GO1 violation if I drink that. So
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna steer clear. But
Riot Press Productions is here. So stoked for JoeFest. Yeah, absolutely. Stuart's here. What's up, Stuart? Says morning. Good morning, where you are there. And then Jay Bartlett, my brother from Canada, says yo Joe. Everyone, what's up, Jay? Good to see you.
Joe. He had a really fun stream last night. That was a lot of fun tuning in.
Which one was last night?
What? No, yeah, that was last night, wasn't it? The doing the tiers.
Jeremy, there's only one show you should be watching on Saturday night.
Or was that the night before?
He and I did our usual Friday tier, and then Thursday he did the movies. Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, okay, yeah. That must have been it. My bad.
Yeah. And what's that show that he should be watching on Saturday night, Ryan?
Well, the Lost Cause Collective, of course. No, 3POA. You kidding me?
Oh,
yeah. Those guys are pretty fun too.
Yeah, I wanted to be I wanted to be in the club, so I wore this shirt. Yeah. And then Bo Sales says 3POA, baby. Yeah,
thank you, Bo.
Absolutely. For some reason, since we're all just freaking sharing, James still has all of his wisdom teeth.
That is the fact I did not know, but I will lock that away. I've got that
very, very cool.
We got that saved in the archive now. Thank you very much, Ratface.
In the old brain housing group. There it is. Zazel from Sergeant Slaughter Slaughterhouse says, watching from the office, the best and only way to spend a Monday morning. Thank you for the super chat, Zazel. Thank you for being here.
You ever notice how people that have their wisdom teeth always want to tell you about how they have their wisdom teeth?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I still have all mine.
Like
you had yours out?
like people who had them taken out. It's like some kind of conspiracy theory or something.
Yeah.
You know, like nope. I'm 100% complete. Nope, I still got mine.
So I switched us so I could block myself out because it's my freaking channel, and you know everyone's here to see you guys. And then Killamagwai says, Jay, I enjoyed all that Nintendo Quest a while back. Yeah. So anybody hanging out, if you haven't seen Nintendo Quest or Action Figure Adventure, please go check it out. And then Nutty Buckeyes congratulating M. Vargo on the new house. The ma'am is here, Jeremy. The ma'am. Ma'am is in the house. Oh, look at that. That's a crisp salute for the ma'am.
Yep.
Yeah. Pericles says, we have a ma'am sighting. Yeah. Yep. Very cool. And then George Aiken's here all the way from the UK. Thanks for being here, George.
What's up,
With
George?
his,
we have a commanding officer here, and no one called the stream to attention. Okay, I guess that's how we do things now, all right? Guess it's this new army. That's how we do things.
We did not call the stream to attention for the ma'am. So as you were.
As you
carry
were,
on. Here we go. So look, yep, she said that was a left-handed. Oops. Anywho, so cool. Let's talk about what we're here to talk about. Oh, we're going to talk about this. Yeah. So, ValaCon, and then Samuel says parade rest, right? Yeah. That is a preparatory command and a command of execution, all in one statement. So very, very good. Tiger of Kai, what's up? Says nothing more painful than you see, we're still talking about freaking teeth, man.
Nothing more painful, and nothing as stank as well as a dry socket. Good Lord, that smells terrible. Yeah.
No, nobody likes a dry socket.
Nobody likes a dry socket. And of course, Ryan never progressed past the age of 13 with this sense of humor, so we're still going to get some flatulence. It's what everybody came here for.
Dude, you and I are combat arms. Come on, you know all the toilet humor.
Yeah.
And then Zazel says, all the tooth talk is getting a little long in the tooth.
When at map. Yes, thank you, Zazil, from down under.
Yeah, and then yes, please hit that like button for Ryan and Jeremy.
I should go over there and hit.
Not for me. Show these guys some love. Anyway, so we're going to talk about JoeFest, aka ValaCon 2023, and I'm just going to move through some stuff so we can get through the meat and potatoes of it. So again, there's the floor. Over 170 vendors, and this year, Ryan, you, and Bobby, and Tony, et cetera, will all be located in those 4 white squares right there in the center toward the bottom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
That's where you be. And So a couple of announcements. Last week it was announced that Lisa Raggio, aka the voice of Zorana, is going to be there, and also Brian Atkins, who worked on the GI Joe IDW comic with Larry Hama, he's going to be there too. And then Warrington Gillette was just announced as being there. Jason Voorhees and Greg Bo Watson, another comic and cartoon artist, is going to be there as well. Very cool.
I actually have some signed Atkins stuff. Chad, well, I guess a lot of people don't know, but Chad and I in the background are working on a collaborative project. We're gonna the placeholder name is Joe's Talking Joe, which is we're gonna dissect some of these GI Joe stories and then give our personal experience as to how things would have played out, how they got it right, and some things they may have got wrong as far as that's concerned. So, but anyway, we were starting out with that Dixon run. Yep. With him doing the line art, and I have the volume 1 of that I have autographed by him, and then he drew a Snake Eyes head on the inside of it as well.
Very cool. I might take mine to have him sign it, because I have that. Yeah, have it as well. Very, very cool. And the Canuck with a super chat. First super chat to you, Chad. Thank you, sir, very much. It's very humbling and much appreciated. Why do you have that bum laser diaper on your show? At least you redeemed yourself by having Jeremy. Hail Riot Press. Hail Cutthroat Comics. Let's go ValaCon. Well, thank you, sir.
Because he knew you'd send him $10. That's why.
It's a Ponzi scheme, people. No,
is Canuck coming to ValaCon this year?
Are you coming, Canuck?
Is he making the pilgrimage?
I don't know. Canuck, let us know if you're coming.
Yeah, okay.
And then, wow, look at Chris from Cutthroat sends a $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Chris. Says, Ryan and Jeremy, what are you looking forward to at ValaCon 2023? And the Canuck will be there. He said, hell yeah, I'll be there.
Oh, boy, here we go.
He's already got his 2 seats on the airplane.
What are you guys looking forward to?
And guess what? I can talk shit and I don't have to pay $10 to do it. I'm looking forward.
This is where we're living, people.
I'm looking forward just to seeing a bunch of friends that I haven't seen, in person in a year.
At least, yeah.
Get to hang out with Tony and Bobby and not Jeremy. And you, Chad.
Hi, thank you. Cool.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to most is the people, the exclusives, the celebrities I don't really care about. But the exclusives are fun, but I like hanging out with all the cool people that'll be there.
Very cool. Jeremy?
Yeah, same for me. I think it's been about 18 months since Ryan and I got to hang out. So looking forward to that. And then meeting Tony and Bobby in real life for the first time, and Kato as well. He's going to be there helping out with the Animal Wars of the Kingdom booth, and of course, Articulated Chad. We get to have a meet and greet there. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And like Ryan said, exclusives are great. They're a lot of fun. Whatever. But yeah, it's I have a lot of fun hanging out with people. So
maybe exclusives are the friends we made along the way.
Maybe the exclusives are the friends we made along the way. Yeah.
Do you have like the more you know? Like
I do have that CBS special presentation where it goes.
Yeah.
There is.
I would have had to put it in here.
There is one celebrity that's going to be there that I am looking forward to meeting with, but I saw the slide earlier in the slide deck, and then when we get there, I'm going to expand on that a little bit.
Yes, we will get there. And everybody's just talking smack. Nutty Buckeye says, really wish I could make it this year. Sadly, we'll have to get my fill at PowerCon. I'm planning to go to PowerCon as well, so hopefully I can run into you there. Yeah, I really want to go to PowerCon. It's on my list.
Yep. It'll be my first time going to PowerCon, so I'm looking forward to it.
Omega Weapon 13, what is up? How are you? Good to see you. And then the Canuck says, did not realize that was you and your wife last year dressed up. Look forward to actually introducing. Yeah, absolutely, man. I can't wait. Yeah, that was me and the ma'am strolling around. The man will not be in attendance this year, which sucks. Utterly sucks.
It's
And
all
then-
right.
Well, it's our anniversary though.
It's it's always more fun with the enlisted men around when there's no officers watching.
Yeah, I don't know, man. The man she throws down, and then Pericles says, "Have you forgotten what kind of stream this is?" Here we say, "Now you know, and no one have to belt." Yeah, we do. We do say that. Yeah. Embargo's going to be at PowerCon too. Only 2 hours from home for me. Well, that's cool. Why don't you rub that in? Because I'm driving from freaking Albuquerque, New Mexico, man.
Mm.
And then Riot Press says PowerCon's going to be killer. Yeah. Feel free to pick me up on Eclipse.
I think,
yeah.
guys, I think you'll be able to get one on Caliverse.com after the
It
show.
was the same with last year. Yeah, absolutely. Cool. All right, so we got to the announcement.
It's like it's only a matter of time before you start getting DMs. You're like, oh, hey, since you're gonna be there, would you mind picking me up?
Bling, 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 bling. Yeah.
I already shut everyone down. I'm not bringing back any. And Bobby was like, Ryan's not allowed to buy more than one. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah. When I was at, unfortunately, I won't be going to PowerCon. I really wanted to, but it was either JoeFest or PowerCon. I had to pick one, so I went with JoeFest. So, but I will be going to Legions Con later on in the year. So
with AWOC.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's and that's the thing that a lot of people that aren't in our line of work, aka our profession, it's very hard for us to be able to bounce around to all these cons and all these shows and things like that. Right. You generally just got to like pick one, like plant your freaking flag on it, and that's it. Like I had already put in for this year as soon as last year was over. So
when you say plant your flag, is that flag with 2 G's? No. Okay, whatever.
I need
yes.
that drop. Yeah.
And then the Canuck says, wish I could go to PowerCon. Hope to meet up next year at the Fans Fest Riot Press.
That's one I would like to go to. I would like to go to Fans Fest in Florida.
Yeah. I don't know who this is addressed to. Is this addressed to you, Jeremy? Saw you at Legions Con last November. Yes, Jeremy.
I'm guessing with my name at the end. Yeah, that was for me.
Shut the hell up. Anyway,
that's cool. That's cool. Hey, when you see me there this next time, make sure to stop and say hi.
I don't know who that was addressed to. Well, I'm a senior NCO. I can't make a decision. And then Johnny from Simple Tricks and Nonsense is here. What's up, brother? And he says, what is something everyone would flip over if they saw it at JoeFest? Could be anything, an awesome display, one-of-a-kind original box art, celebrity grail, anything. Gentlemen?
I don't know. A grail? Well, I couldn't afford it, but it would be cool to finally see a rocket-firing Boba Fett in person. I've never seen one. That would be cool just to see it. I don't know. Maybe if Gina Carano showed up, that'd be cool. As far as celebrity guest, yeah.
Jeremy?
Yeah, I'm not sure, honestly, as far as like JoeFest stuff is concerned. So I'm thinking that the question is kind of like G.I. Joe centric. I'm not sure what
But there's lots of other stuff at JoeFest.
Yeah. I don't know, honestly. I'd have to put some thought into that. So
what are the original Masters? The original Masters, what are they? They're 9-backs, right? The first run of Masters of the Universe, they were 9-backs.
I think so. I think you're correct.
Well, they only had 8 figures, so for some reason my brain wants to say it's a 9-back, but they only had 8 figures in the line. So
okay, yeah, because you're talking about the amount of reuse that was going on there.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but like, maybe seeing like one of the original Masters figures. For me, I mean, I've met all these people. I want to find a mint in box G.I. Joe Crossfire, the RC vehicle. I want to find one of those mint in a box. That's something I really want to find. I don't know if I would like, flip over it, but I definitely want to see it. Anyway, Right. Press says Legion's Con and BotCon both in New Jersey this year. Right on. If you're in the tri-state area, that's cool. Oh, Joe's hunting for a box Defiant. Ooh, man. APOC flag display that was there last year. That was freaking awesome. Is that the one that was done up all Dreadnought? The one that was like rusted and ran aground? Gina's coming to Fans Fest.
Oh, cool. Another reason for me to go.
Right?
Yeah.
Where and when is Fans Fest?
I don't know exactly, but I know that I think Ethan Van Sciver's planning it, and it's supposed to be in Florida.
Interesting.
Cyber Frog. Very cool. Bo Sales says, really hoping the Marriott lets us get back to a true trade night and hang out on the second floor this year. Yeah, last year was on that weird little balcony thing that kind of pushed everybody outside. World made of cardboards here. What is up? Says hello there. Matthew Matson said, Gina's an awesome human. I loved meeting her last year. When we saw her later, she gave my daughter a big hug. That's cool. Beta Ray
Can
Bob,
you tell her that I'm your daughter, Matthew? Is that cool? I mean, I don't know.
She'd probably hug you, Ryan.
I can identify as your daughter. How about that?
We're just
You
gonna
can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
We'll tell Gina that Ryan's a Make-A-Wish kid. No,
there it is.
she sounds like a really, really cool person. I've listened to some podcast spots that she's been on.
Yeah.
She just sounds like a real genuine human being, you know?
Yeah.
So
Definitely
anyway.
down to earth. Beta Ray Bob says, as far as stuff goes, because we like stuff around here, I'm looking forward to getting the Fresh Monkey Fictions Eagle Force JoeFest premiere figures. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's always one of the first stops, is eating up all that Eagle Force stuff. A 9.8 graded Action Force #1. Well then.
That would be cool.
Cool. Fans Fest. Oh, here you go. March 2nd to 3rd, Doubletrees SeaWorld. Oh man, SeaWorld.
Yeah, write that down.
Very cool.
See, what I got to do is I have to talk my wife into going, right? Make it like a trip and send her and the kid to like Disney World or SeaWorld.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to the con.
There you go. And, I mean,
Yeah.
it always worked out for Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Well, if it's coming up in March, that should be easy to plan for, honestly.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a note of that as well.
Put that in the old Rolodex. Anyway, so we're going to move on.
All right.
Ryan,
Yes, sir.
let's talk about this.
That is the 3POA podcast YouTube channel there that you got a screenshot of.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. I host it every other Saturday at 5 p.m. Pacific. And every other Wednesday, I do Loose But Complete with Jeremy and his Broken Tooth.
Yep.
At 6 p.m. Pacific.
With
And,
old Snaggletooth.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, man. We've been a channel for over a year. We've been a show for a year and a half. I'm just having fun with it.
It originally started on Analog Toys, correct?
Analog Toys, yeah. I was really apprehensive when he was like, we got to put this on its own channel. You know, Tony did. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I like being on this channel that has, you know, at the time, like 35,000 subs. Like, this is great. Let's just keep it here, man. You know, and then he convinced me, and it worked out okay. It took a while to get monetized. It took a few months, which was nice, and it's growing. I think we're over 4,000 subscribers now.
4.13 as of this morning. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
How did
me and Jeremy started Loose But Complete in late September.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about Loose But Complete here in a second.
Okay.
How did the whole 3POA thing, how'd you guys come about that? Because I know that some of it had to do with Infinity Equation and things like that.
Yeah, so I was on Infinity Equation with Dante and Alex and Bobby. And Bobby had to step away due to commitments with, you know, Valaverse, Action Force.
Yeah.
That was taken off. And so he just kind of he stepped aside from the show, and it was the three of us, and we were friends with Tony at the time, and Desert Rat had been announced as a figure. And Tony's like, hey, Bobby, let's start a show of our own, and let's get Ryan on it. And at first I was like, well, I'm already doing one show every week. I don't know if I have time.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, every other week, because that's all we have time for. So let's do it every other week. So that's how that started. And it took us a couple months to get it put together. And yeah, that's how it started. Tony's whole idea for it was we'll have the modern collector, the vintage collector, and Bobby, the toy maker.
Right.
And I think it's been a good dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah. And it definitely fits with the whole theme of the, 3 points of articulation, 3 opinions, 3 perspectives.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty much.
I really appreciate about that. And your guys' live streams are getting ridiculous, man.
Mhm.
Sometimes, like, when I come in and I see how many people are watching, I'm like, whoo, that's a ton.
It blows me away every time, and I just keep waiting for that to end. I'm like, okay, this is the time that no one's going to show up, and we'll have like 7 people watching. And
3 POA streams now are about 25% like actual on topic discussion. And the other 75% is just reading goddamn super chats, man. And look, and it's a fantastic problem to have.
That's that first world problem, right there.
Yeah, but the popularity of that show is crazy. But it's good stuff. It's good content. So,
yeah, thank you.
Yeah, very cool. And then Killamagwai says 3 POA loose book complete retro blasting ninja and analog are some of my favorites. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And I had never met Ninja until Ryan, you and I did that thing with Jim Largo was that like last week, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. We recorded a show with him that will be coming out in a week or so.
Yeah. Ninja's, he's a really, really nice guy.
Super nice guy, super down to earth.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And I got to say, before I highlight another comment, I know that we've all known each other a while. We all talk a bunch of shit.
Mm-hmm.
A ton, right?
Yeah.
But I have to say, Ryan, you host that channel so well.
Oh, thanks, man.
You're articulate. You don't really lose your points where you're going as you're speaking. You don't let a lot of things distract you. Like, you're engaging, you're fun to watch. And I've never told you that yet. So I'm taking the opportunity now to tell you, like, I think you're a phenomenal host of that channel.
Thanks. That means a lot because every time I hit go live, I'm nervous. So
no, you do a great job of keeping the train on the tracks. But sometimes I think a perfect example is that of that is the last Loose But Complete installment where it's just like me, Sal, and Jeff just bullshitting for like straight like 30 minutes. And then Ryan's like, "Hey, we need to hit the topic now. If you guys want to,
I remember that. I remember that.
But you know what? That was some really good content because you guys had a great conversation going, and I didn't really want to end it because it was really good. But I was like, we do have to kind of talk about what the topic is. But this is great. You
just edit the name of the video in real time, like as it's happening, just so it reflects what's actually going on. But yeah, that was a great discussion.
Now it's this.
Jeff X was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And he owes me a follow up on his channel. Those were his words. He's going to have me on there for the follow up. So we'll see if he makes good with that.
Very cool. And then Joe Ricondo says, I absolutely enjoyed the 3 POA streams. Always a pleasure to watch.
Thanks, Joe.
Eric Alfred Abels here says, what up? What up, dude?
Yeah, we'll be seeing him at JoeFest for sure.
Very, very cool. Jim Largo says, Ryan is the greatest of all time handling 3 POA.
Thanks, Jim.
Yep. Kevin Riddle's here and says, Ryan is a great host. Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Kevin.
I don't know. Then Canuck keeps telling everybody, don't tell him that his head's already too big. So, yeah. And Vargo says, well, we're not on that one yet. Hold on. So
Ryan's got to fit that ego through the airplane side door at some point. So
George Aiken says all funds from 3 POA go to the Ryan Action Force Collection Fund.
No, that's not true. They go to new tech to run the show. Like I have a Stream Deck and I just upgraded. This is my old one. I upgraded to the 32 button Stream Deck.
Anyway, so I said I was going to get to that comment, and since I gave you all the praise, the Canuck says, was there a lack of talent to make the third member Ryan?
A lack of talent to make the third? Yes. Yeah.
No.
that new stream deck just means the different fart noises.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
I have 4.
And then
That's pretty
Jeff
good.
McElway's here. I gave you a salute, but I wanted to actually verbalize. Hello, Jeff.
McElwee.
McElwee. I'm sorry,
That's okay.
dude. It happens. Whatever.
Mhm.
And anyway, so yes, 3 POA, awesome. You guys kill it. Like great guests, the whole 9 yards. The 3 of your personalities mix very well together. So.
Oh, thank you very much.
Speaking of 3 POA, and now we got to give some love to Jeremy. Let's talk about this. And I started this question because I knew we were going to get to it. Who came up with Loose But Complete?
100% Ryan.
No, well, no, hold on. So I was
Photo Viper, what's up? Sorry,
being that we were only going every other week on 3 POA, I was like, well, I got time to start something else because by that time I had left Infinity Equation due to work conflicts on Friday. So I was like, I could do another show. And I was kind of doing my own thing, like little one-off shows. And I invited Jeremy onto one. And I thought we worked really well together. Like I felt like he completed me.
Right?
And so I asked him, I was like, hey, you want to do something semi-regular? Like maybe every other week?
Do you want to go steady? You want to go steady?
Yeah. You want to hold hands? Can we hold
You want to
hands?
wear my jacket?
And he was down because, he was a huge fan of mine.
Right.
He's a huge fanboy. And you actually came up with the name Loose But Complete. We were trying to come up with names for the show. You came up with something, but that one was taken. I looked it up because I didn't look up 3 POA a year and a half ago, and there actually is another 3 POA show.
Yeah, I've seen that before when I was searching for a specific episode and I came across another channel. I was like, who are these imposters?
No, they were first. I should have looked it up, but they talk about wrestling. So
identity theft is a serious crime, Jim.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But Loose But Complete was not taken. That was Jeremy. He's good with the puns. So we went with that.
But Stuart says Ryan can get those mom digs in.
I can.
Yeah. And then Jeremy always throws in the bofa. So
yeah. But yeah, so Ryan hit me up about the show. I had snuck my way into the YouTube space somehow, and I don't really know how it happened.
Well, I used to go on your old podcast.
Oh yeah. That's right. Yeah, Ryan actually covered down like 2 episodes for me while I was at NTC, and couldn't do it. Actually, I think it was more
gross.
than that. Yeah,
Gross.
Yeah, it was super gross. So, but then I showed up on Infinity Equation, and then Tony had me on Analog Toys for Pallet Talk, and then I did a couple of shows during Iconicon. Yeah, the name escaped me all of a sudden. And so Ryan hits me up one day. He's like, hey, you want to do something every other Wednesday? I was like, yeah, sure, it sounds fun. So here we are. That's the origin story.
There you guys are.
The
odd couple.
It's it's
I think it's roast fest is what it's become.
Oh
We just roast each other.
Yeah. I know.
And we kind of talk about toys and pop culture sometimes.
Yeah, but I think
interspersed in between all the shit talking.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's kind of the feel that we were going for. We wanted to have something that was just like a couple of guys busting balls, but talking about this topic at the same time.
Yeah.
And I think that we're pulling that off pretty well. The show is ever evolving. It's getting better every single time we do it. I'm a huge fan of the Sam Newsman segments that we do now.
That was also your idea.
Yeah, that was my
good one. Sam is really, really funny.
I think he's coming to JoeFest this year too, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be there. So yeah, like I said, we try to make every single show, not just, hey, it's Wednesday, we got to do something now. Like there's a reason that we're going live. So yeah, very cool. And the feedback and the reception that we've had from the fans has been great. you know, aside from one or two people, you know, usually in the comments, you know, it's all pretty positive. But I mean, some of the negative stuff is fun too, just because we get to get in there and, you know, start trolling people in the comments. So man, it's fun. I'm having a great time doing it.
Never miss an opportunity, right? For good material.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Very, very cool. M. Vargo says, love the Sam Newsman bit too. Killamagwai says, you guys are like a married couple. Yeah, kind of. Scott Hughes says, JoeFest is 3 days of guys busting each other's balls. Yeah, kind of. I'm going to back up to some of the comments that I starred. Jay Bartlett, thanks, my brother, says, everybody hit that subscribe button if you are new.
For sure.
That would be rad. I'll kick you down some cool content. So thanks for that, Jay.
I love the car rants, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Like yep.
World Made a Cardboard says, my wife enjoys 3POA live streams. She really enjoys the three of the best guys on YouTube having fun. I enjoy it too.
I love hearing that. Thank you, World Made of Cardboard. Me and my wife actually became good friends with a couple from New Jersey. And, you know, the husband's a collector and his wife is not, but they both got into the show. And somehow my wife and her connected. And I don't know, they'll be coming out to Seattle soon to hang out. So
this is how those weird swinger stories start.
I have a hot tub.
I was gonna throw in an Eyes Wide Shut reference.
Didn't even do it. Like...
I don't know if you saw Ryan, but the whole time you're talking, Jeremy and I are both like,
yeah, I'm like side eye, like, I've heard this story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys like spiced meats?
hey, it's the pizza delivery guy.
Oh,
you order that meat lovers? Yeah. And then Jeff says, I'm Irish, nobody cares, it's fine. I'm sorry, Jeff. Hey, I'm Italian, man. So like we're like right there, we're kind of neck and neck with 1900s America hating everybody.
You can't say it without doing.
I mean, I'm still talking with my hands.
Yeah.
Earl Potts says, always support Ryan's content. I learned about you from 3POA. If you're talking about me, thank you. That's very cool.
Thank you, Earl.
I was on 3POA a couple times. It's cool.
Yeah.
We had a really good Joe discussion during right after some reveals. We had some fun there. Yeah.
We did. The three of us did. Yeah, it was absolutely fun. I mean, I'm not cool enough to be on Pallet Talk, even though I got a bunch of Pallet Toys stuff. What's up?
That's why I was so surprised when he asked me out, because I have zero.
But it's not necessarily about Pallet Toys, but yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I got to meet Earl at the at last Legions Con. So really, really cool guy. We sat down. We had a couple of conversations. One was about 15 minutes long, but yeah, great guy. It was cool meeting you, man.
Awesome. And one last starred comment before we move on. Nutty Buckeye said, I didn't know if I would enjoy watching Loose But Complete, but it is actually one of my favorite streams to watch. Really love seeing this week's hauls. Cool.
Thank you very much, sir. Really appreciate that. I do.
Yeah, obviously, just like anybody else, I was very curious when your guys' first show was on. I was like, and then you guys totally like assed up the beginning. Like Jeremy, you were like not there.
Oh, really?
Was that the first
first show? The very first one, yeah.
I'll have to go back and check it out. I very rarely,
because then you pop in and you were like, let's just do it again, and Ryan reruns the intro.
Oh, I remember that. Jeremy is horrible at anything modern technology.
No, so in my defense, right, I hadn't opened up my laptop in a few days, and I think that was the time where it did a mandatory restart. I had no option to push it to the right whatsoever. It was like, it's happening now, fuck boy. And so like like everything just goes like blue, and I'm sitting there waiting like for the Microsoft update, and I'm like,
it's like half right face, and you're like, no!
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yes, that was my fault, because I opened up my computer roughly 10 minutes before we were supposed to go live.
You know what? Stuff like that is fun, and you guys you had fun with it. You cracked a couple jokes. You drove on like professionals, and it was awesome. And now it's there for posterity, and go back and watch it and just laugh about it and shit. Whatever.
Yeah,
I had,
and that's one of the things. I think that as the show progresses and evolves, and we really like tune it in, you kind of you run the risk of losing that spontaneity, that makes live streams kind of fun. So it's a funny little balance that you gotta maintain there.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Very well said. Earl says, I always miss Loose But Complete live because of work. It happens.
Honestly, priorities. I don't know what else to tell you. Get them straight. So.
Yeah, get a new job.
Yeah.
Get good, noob.
Actually, his line of work, and I won't say what it is, but he does send me some insider info on certain things. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
I dig it. And then Chris from Cutthroat says, I love when Jeremy does the contest on embarrassing Ryan out of fun.
Okay, that is Chris. I'm not going to use his government name on a live stream, but that's Chris.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I know who that is. Okay.
G for golf.
Yeah.
That is that Chris. Yeah, that's Cutthroat Comics.
Yeah, so we had to pull the plug on those meme contests because when I asked the community to be as creative as possible, gee golly, did they get creative? So things got really interesting really quick.
You gotta be careful what you ask people for.
Right. There were some images that were coming across Facebook that could get the page shut down, right? If the right people saw them. So we had to hey, it was fun while it lasted, but there is I owe the community. I still have that NECA Alf from Hello Dope Toys. I have to figure out what the contest is going to be, and try to walk that line again in between, engaging with our audience and then letting them be creative, but then not getting us canceled at the same time.
I got it. How about a meme contest?
I've never heard of that before. That's weird.
Yeah. So I actually, the memes were getting so spicy on the Facebook page that I actually started a Discord specifically to put the memes there. So, we wouldn't get the page wouldn't get shut down. And then they just got worse over there.
Of course. It's just like
anyway.
Joe's, man. You give a Joe an inch and they're going to take a mile.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
And really in true army fashion, it was just phalluses everywhere, right? Because if you find your buddy's headgear, or his PC laying around and he's not with it, okay, I'm going to draw a twig and berries in there.
Always carry a Sharpie.
Right. Yep. And so that's essentially what happened in the Discord. Ryan and I found our faces at the very end of these items that you find at the back of Spencer's gifts. You know what I mean? We'll call it marital aids, I believe.
Back massagers.
So anyway, that's how that all shook out.
Yeah. Some of them look like lightsabers.
Right.
Anywho, Kevin says podcasts are the new media outlet for most toy lines. So the more, the better, in my opinion. Agreed.
Yeah, 100%. I wish that there was more of them out there. Honestly, I wish that there was something cool to tune into Monday through Sunday.
I mean, there really is nothing mainstream that covers action figures. Collecting.
They don't even have commercials anymore. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to preface it by saying I am not making a dig at one of the people who interviewed them, right? I am absolutely not making a dig at one of the people. So I'm not talking shit about a toy kind of mood. I'm just going to throw it out there, right?
Okay.
But I watched the Hasbro G.I. Joe team on 2 channels doing interviews, and it's like watching frickin' paint dry.
Mm-hmm.
Highly edited paint drying. And I was like, this is crap. It sucks. Like, they're not talking about anything. Nothing. So I was like, whatever. I mean, you're Hasbro, you could just send Pinkertons to people's houses and everything's cool.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you know how much shit I caught from people for that video I made? I was man, I'm in the cool club. Michael French was like, hey, welcome to the club. We have cookies. And I was getting like destroyed by people.
Well,
the Defenders came out in full force for that one.
Oh yeah, they did.
That's really the thing about getting destroyed or canceled right? You are the one that decides whether you've been destroyed or not, right?
Oh,
So just
yeah, I
because
wasn't
they're coming
destroyed at all. You know what I mean.
quantity, yeah, for sure. But yeah, the Hasbros, right? I think
The
coined that,
bros.
or
Yep.
Michael French's term from the Hasbros. Yeah, they will come out in defense, because there's this interesting thing that these people have done, and I say this as a grown man of 41 years of age now, that is surrounded by action figures, some of them going back to the 70s, right before I was even born. They've allowed their nostalgia for things from when they were a kid to overlap and then sometimes replace their actual personality.
Yes.
Right. So any attack on that particular thing that they hold near and dear is a personal attack on them. Right.
Right.
And so they
Like
respond to
Maslow's
it.
hierarchy of needs. It's like Hasbro's at the very fucking top.
Right.
And then,
Right.
like,
And
rational thought is at the bottom.
Right. And yeah, exactly. And so their response to what they perceive to be a personal attack on them is, that they come out, they lash out, because they can't tell the difference between their hobby and themselves anymore, which is weird to say. But I really think that that's the best explanation for these individuals, because coming to the defense of a multi-billion-dollar corporation who sends, armed thugs out there, essentially, investigators, the bad guys from Red Dead Redemption 2, right? To send them out there to recover, air quotes again, stolen items. There's not a good way to defend that. It's a bad look.
You cannot sugarcoat that.
Yeah. So watching the mental gymnastics that individuals do in order to put themselves in a place where they can defend that behavior is very interesting to watch. But you've experienced it firsthand, so.
And I have to say, and I've said it a million times, like, I give all the credit in the world to old school MTG, who's the guy that happened to, for, like, just keeping all his faculties like nice and cool and like down at a 2 instead of at a 9. Because I'll tell you what, if like fools like that came around here, I'd just be like, oh, let me let you talk to the ma'am, and that'd be it. It would be done. So anyway, we're gonna move on. So World Made of Cardboard says, the true origin story of Loose But Complete involves Ryan and Jeremy falling into a vat of loose toys and emerge stronger than ever. The heroes we got, but don't deserve.
That sounds like a comic book in the making.
I like it.
Yeah.
And then Will's here. Will says, what's up, everyone? How you doing, Will? Good to see you. World Made of Cardboard says, can't wait for JoeFest. I'm there for the toys and looking forward to meeting all of the YouTube greats I follow. Cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I'm just looking to meet people and shake hands and say hi and all that cool stuff.
Yeah.
Jeff W, what is up? Jeff says, hey guys, just dropping in, very excited for JoeFest. I love that picture of you.
That's a great
I know
picture,
you guys
right?
have talked about it before.
Yeah.
I love that picture. It's so good.
He doesn't look like that anymore. I saw him a few weeks ago, but yeah, that's a great picture.
Oh, that's right. He's up in the PNW too, huh?
Yeah, we're actually on the same flight over to Georgia for JoeFest.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Which we're going to talk about shortly, I'm sure.
Yes.
Maybe, possibly, perhaps.
It's another scenario where it's like, hey, we should get to the topic. We're at 54 minutes in.
It's okay. We're like halfway through. Embargo said, my favorite part of Loose But Complete is the Discord that didn't really go anywhere.
Yeah, like it for sure. You know what? I'm thinking about picking it up again. So maybe like after the show, I'll hang out in one of the voice chats in there, and we can all just kind of shoot the shit together. I think that'd be kind of fun.
What is the appeal of Discord that other social media doesn't have? Because I'm always invited to people's Discords, and I click accept, and then I never look because I'm like, I don't know. It's just
I've never even seen Discord, so that's Jeremy.
It's like a big chat room, I guess.
Yeah, essentially. And so I think the benefit of Discord versus other social media platforms is those voice channels. You can just jump into essentially a conference call, right? Anybody that has access to the voice room can just jump in there, in and out at their leisure, which is it's pretty cool. I like it.
Cool.
Nice. And then Jeff says, "Be creative as possible," he said unknowingly with a naive smile.
Yep. I was a different man back then. I didn't know.
Yeah. And then Jeremy Nutty Buckeye said you can send him that Alf.
Okay.
It's a good figure.
I mean,
Scott
I could.
Hughes
That is
could.
an option.
Yeah, could.
I could.
Yeah. Pause for dramatic effect. However, I won't. Scott Hughes said there is a reason that Johnny Carson and David Letterman in the 80s were exponentially superior to today's talk shows. They had a schedule, but were completely random and you never knew what would happen. Yeah. Very cool. Chad, that video was great. Thank you, Killamagwai. I guess you're talking about the Pinkerton thing. And I like your fizz gig. Your fizz gig's cool. Very cool. World Made of Cardboard says, "I'm waiting for the Hasbro live streams to be taken over by the Pinkertons." Well, you know.
Yeah. No, sorry. There's a knock at my door right now. Sorry, I gotta go. I'll be right back.
Yeah. And then Mark says, after that fiasco, their defenders might as well be members of the Flat Earth Society.
Yep.
Earl was going to throw JoeFest in the travels this year. Unfortunately, too much going on now. ToyCon, San Diego Comic-Con, Legions Con, RICC. Hopefully the next one. Yeah, hopefully, man. Hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jeff Morris, look, I get some love. Jeff says, "I love your channel. Don't ever change." I shan't, my friend. I shan't. Changing the name, but nothing else. That's about it. Jesse's here. What's up? Jesse says, "Good evening, everyone." And then Glenn, yeah, mental gymnastics. Yeah, that's what you were talking about, Jeremy.
Yeah. Yeah.
George Aiken, when is JoeFest? It is June 9th through the 11th.
Yes.
Yeah. That's going to come up in a couple of these little images here. And then World Made of Cardboard said, your stream froze while Jeremy was talking about the Hasbro incident. Hasbro must be watching. Or it's just StreamYard. I don't know about you guys, but StreamYard's been weird lately.
It does lag for me sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes like it just doesn't. I don't know if it's like the throughput on their servers, maybe too many people, but some days you really, really notice it.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, man, you need to change out the hamsters in that wheel. Like it is dragging ass. Just dragging ass.
I haven't noticed it too much, but I did when I was on Hella Dope. Evidently, I froze for like 30 seconds. It was making like a really funny face because I was like mid sentence, like, you know.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's Ghost of the Machine, right?
Yeah.
And then Tony Romo says, "What's up, guys? Just saying, hey, what's up, brother? Good to see you here."
Good to see you.
JLS Comics is here. If you guys have seen JLS Comics channel, yeah?
I haven't.
Awesome channel. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. That's to everybody, all 73 of you hanging out with us. If you have not seen JLS Comics, please check it out. This is awesome.
I'm going over there right now.
And then Killamagwai says, yeah, the Pinkerton rant. Thank you very much. And I woke up that morning. I saw someone talking about it. Then I saw the article. Then I went and saw the other article. Then I went and looked at that guy's YouTube channel. And I literally just threw some stuff on from like the waist up. And I kind of marched past my kid and I was like, I'm going out to the car to start screaming. And she was like, have fun. So I was just like,
I just subscribed to JLS Comics.
Okay,
Very
so
cool.
here's the funny thing. I know this channel already because I've watched a few of the Who Is videos, right? So that's interesting. So anyway,
cool.
so
Awesome. Retro Roamers is here. What's up, Retro Roamers? Good to see you. It says, hey all, hope your Sunday is going well. Well, I'm hanging out with these two gentlemen and all you fine people, so my Sunday is fantastic.
Aww.
Oh, Shabir, what's up? New to Vero 2's here and says, I'm at work but listening. He's a fellow Floridian like Johnny and Newt from Simple Tricks and Nonsense.
From Florida.
Yeah. I say Florida. Yeah.
From Florida.
I say Florida. Yeah.
Go.
It's not Florida. There's not two O's in it. It's Florida.
Go tell your wife Dorothy.
Florida. I say Florida.
Every time my mother calls me, she's like, Chadley, it's your mother, Eloise. Every time my mother calls me, she calls me Chadley.
It's your mother. You spilled coffee on the carpet.
Your mother, Eloise. Yeah, every time.
Sounds like she's out of Goodfellas, huh?
Okay. So Patrick Strauko says, I have a lot more respect for anyone who could admit a mistake, including companies. Don't hold your breath for Hasbro too. No, man. Did you guys see what happened to that freaking HasLab Sky Striker? Did you see the prices on that thing tank?
No.
People can't sell them for 200.
Really?
Go look on eBay. Yeah.
Well, because they were missing pieces in the box,
Yeah,
and
because of all the QC issues. I opened one of mine. Half my figures, the blisters are separated from the cards.
You kid? Okay.
No.
I imagine people have reached out to Hasbro, and what kind of response have they got?
They're replacing them. I will say that. Yeah,
right.
they are
Good.
replacing like busted cards, and like some cards were just like torn, and they were replacing those. So, but then you get into the like people opening them with no missiles, 2 right wings. One guy had no seats. Just like crazy stuff.
Wow.
So, just like with a HasLab project, you can buy as many as you want and do whatever you want with them. So people were buying them and starting to sell them. In that first week, they were going for like 500. But once all the QC videos started coming out, like look on YouTube, there's tons of them for 200, or eBay. There's tons of them for $200.
Well, and that 100% makes sense due to the fact that, if I sell you a sealed mint in box item, right? I purchase a sealed mint in box item from you, the seller,
with a big question mark on the side of it.
Right, but I take that. So now this is this came directly from the factory. If I do have a QC issue with that, whose problem is that?
Yours.
It
becomes yours
because I don't have a proof of purchase from the factory, right? Like I don't have that backer number or anything like that from the HasLab, right? So do I come after the secondary market seller because he sold me or they sold me a sealed product? So how does that shake out?
You're SOL.
Essentially, that's the conclusion that I came to as well.
And I rolled the dice on the sealed one. I'm like, I don't know what it looks like inside the box, but I'm not going to open it. I'm not going to unseal it. So it is what it is, kids. It's just kind of one of those things. So anyway, Pericles Dragon Ball says, as soon as Chad said, I woke up this morning, the next thing I heard in my head was got myself a gun. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I make my living. But anyway, JLS Comics says, thanks, guys. I appreciate the support. Our community is awesome. Very much so. And then, yes, my name is not Chadley. My mother calls me Chadley. There's a difference.
It's Chadwick.
No, it's not that shit either. And then Harry O said, first time at JoeFest, probably won't see sunlight for 3 days. There's some really good restaurants and stuff on that main street in Augusta. It's very nice places to go.
Yeah.
And then Chris said, JLS, I just subscribed to your channel. Looks great. Very cool. And then everybody's talking about JLS Comics, which is cool. 13th Prince. I'm getting really concerned with the upcoming Hiss tank. I was just getting back into G.I. Joe during that time, so nostalgia goggles blinded me. Did you get in on that, Ryan?
I didn't, just because I have no real attachment to it. I never had one as a kid, and there was other stuff I wanted to spend my money on. I think it looks really cool, from what they showed, but just wasn't that into it.
I agree that they definitely put the care and the bells and whistles into it to show the value for the money, and then you add all the other figures, and you break down the price points. You're like, yeah, it's worth it. But I'm not a 1/12 guy, right? We all know that. Yep. If they had done kind of the same situation that Skeletron did with their Roboskull Mark II with the interchangeable cockpits, sure, I'd have bought some.
That was a really good idea for that Roboskull. Yes. That was cool.
Right. And it works for Skeletron because they're casting a wide net, right? And they want to get everybody to get in on this. It made sense for them. For Hasbro, because it's Hasbro, they're like, we don't care, just buy it,
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's cool that they did something just for the 1/12 scale people, but then that's all you're going to attract.
Right.
So, I mean, it is what it is. I thought it looked cool, but I have like 48 Hiss tanks and I don't really need it. So
yeah.
It's not
is that
whole top run. No, I really do.
Oh wow.
This whole top run behind me is all Hiss tanks, and then those 2 full shelves over here on the side, all Hiss tanks, and then I got boxes of them everywhere.
Damn.
Oh, I'm a Hiss tank junkie.
All vintage or
no? Most of them are customs.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Cool.
I got tons of those. Did you, Jeremy? Did you get in on that HasLab Hiss tank? 13th Prince was talking about the HasLab Hiss.
No, I did not. I think it's going to be one of those things I'll end up kicking myself over later, but you know, I did not.
People are already pre-selling those suckers on eBay for like $700.
I'm sure. Yeah, it's
Li-
just going to have to be
listen,
something I live
listen,
without.
guys,
Listen, Linda.
stop paying those prices. I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
right?
The HasLab resell, that is over with. People know. People are buying extra just to sell with that with the sail barge and Unicron. It wasn't known yet, and that's why they're selling for $2,000 a piece.
Yeah,
but you know the Sentinel went up for a little while, and now it's back down to about 500. Galactus, I see people selling Galactus for 400, which is what they paid for it.
Right.
Yeah.
And now you're saying the Sky Striker is below. I see people offloading the Ghostbuster packs for around what it cost.
Yeah.
So
and
I don't think it's guaranteed I'll double my money on one and it'll pay for itself. I think that's over with.
I get the mindset, right? It's not necessarily gaming the game, but you're like, okay, I can buy two, sell one when they're really inflated, and I'll make the money back for both of them. And then I get to keep one, and then somebody else gets one. And hey, I'm helping out the community, fam.
Oh, God.
But that stuff's done with. Yeah.
I'm just trying to help out the community. That's why I bought every single one of these at all the stores in my area.
That's why I cleared the shelves.
Yeah.
All those pesky Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
And then Matthew Matson, my shorts with the Real World Joe vehicles. Yeah. Yes, I did. The Real World, the MIM-23 Hawk missile system, aka the MMS. Very cool. Chaditha? Are we gonna go with Chaditha? Yes. It's fine.
It's
I'll take that.
It's Chadthu.
It's Chaditha. Get it right. Anyway, Harry O says subbed. Don't know who you subbed to, but it's awesome one way or the other. Very cool. Jeff Moore says I only want vehicles in 118 scale or smaller. 112 scale vehicles take up too much room. Isn't that the argument about people who collect 112? Oh, but vehicles take up too much space, or whatever. Ted Darklaw says, holy crap, 70 people in here. Awesome to see so much love from the community here tonight. Yes, that is very cool. Very, very cool.
Thank you very much for being here, Ted. Unfortunately, I'm having to drink my libation out of this Super Mario glass because I have yet to receive a highly sought after, highly coveted hella dope mug. So yeah,
there it
is. I know.
So I guess you're not hella dope.
I guess I'm not, because if I was, right, follow the logic here. If I was hella dope, I would have a mug that let people know that I was. So.
Well, we know Ryan's hella dope, so there you go. Yeah, handmade, right? That's so cool. And then Johnny says the scalper window happens not just with QC issues, but when supply finally catches up. That Motu Keldor Cronus 2-pack. Yeah, man. They were nowhere, and then next thing you know, they were everywhere.
Yeah.
Same thing happens with Marvel Legends, man.
Yeah.
We had a guy. I'm sorry. No, it was there was an individual that was shot in a Target parking lot over Cobra Island. Major blood,
yeah.
Right. And like I just can't imagine like the steps that got that person to that situation.
It's the same thing like capping somebody over a freaking Xbox Series X.
I guess, but you know, it's really it's absolutely kind of crazy. Well,
I mean, you know, sometimes you got to cap somebody. Or totally.
Anyway, yeah. And then Gaz is here. What's up, brother? Good to see you.
Hey.
Thanks for being here. Megaforce thumb kiss for you. This is for you, Jeremy. Ted says, I said I was packing orders. Talk to me Wednesday.
Oh, all right. I mean, you could have sent that without the sass, but okay, appreciate it.
Yeah. You might want to freaking
Jeremy,
I position of parade rest.
I was packing orders.
I mean,
Okay,
unless
we'll
you're
see.
at the position of parade rest, I can't hear you anyway, so it's all good.
Yeah, I got a funny story about that, but that one's for another time. We got to keep on topic.
I don't know. I just do that to screw with my Joes. They come up and they're like, "Hey, Soren," and they just start talking.
Yeah,
Just telling me like all their problems, and I'm just like, I didn't hear anything you said.
yeah,
And then they're like,
yeah. Maybe maybe your team leader or squad leader can hear you, but I can't.
yeah.
Right?
And then Angry Soup, says, "No mug for you.
No mug for you.
No mug for you." Okay, so we're gonna move on. Anyway, Loose But Complete, awesome show. You guys are fantastic. Blah 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 blah. All the accolades, and here we go. So yeah, there it is, June 9th through 11th, and the Sarge will be in the house.
Cool.
So that's actually the celebrity spot that I was hinting to earlier that I wanted to talk about.
Okay, well, let me back up and go ahead.
Because look, here's the deal. Let me start this off. Let me start this off. So I had petitioned to be the first martial arts character in Action Force under the name of Jiu-Jitsu.
Yes,
right?
I know.
So Tony Roberts, Desert Rat, right, autographed this figure, right, as Desert Rat. It says, "Dear Jiu-Jitsu, fuck you, love Desert Rat." So now Desert Rat has acknowledged my existence within that mythos there.
Right.
So now at JoeFest, I have this, which I 100% plan on going and getting autographed by Sarge and having him acknowledge me as Jiu-Jitsu on there as well. So that's 2 out of the 3 real world individuals. I'm just working on Tim Kennedy, and I have a plan, right? I have a plan. So,
I mean, you got an ID. Just go find him.
But yeah, for 100%, 100%. It's not that hard to get through to Tim Kennedy, especially when you're active duty combat arms, right? He tends to listen to us guys. So,
and he's in the globe.
Right. Yeah, he's in global. So yeah, and during the Valaverse sale, I did pick up another mint in box sealed duster. So all 3 of the actual real world individuals, the actual people in the line, they will all acknowledge me as Jiu-Jitsu, and then I will be undeniable.
JLS says get the Pinkertons to find him.
I would, if I was the Pinkertons and all of a sudden somebody told me that my next job was going up and following up with Tim Kennedy, I would not. I'd just quit, honestly.
So there's this guy, right? We need you to find this guy. He's like this operator type guy. Oh yeah, what's his name? Tim Kennedy. Negative.
Yeah, you talking about the legendary Green Beret / MMA fighter? Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
Yeah, no, not a good thing at all. And then World Made of Cardboard says, "Yes, Jeremy, you exist. You're a real boy, just like Pinocchio."
I'm like Roman Reigns. You will acknowledge me. You will acknowledge me.
Ryan, here's a question for you. I started. Chris from Cutthroat is asking, will you be adding more cabinets for your growing, expanding collection of figures?
No, that's the whole wall. No more room. So that's it. I will not.
Last time I was there, you did have like this grandma's china cabinet with a whole bunch of like Star Wars stuff inside of it.
Yeah, it's right
what's
there.
What's wrong with chinettes, dude? I got a chinette.
It's not. It's just a white case. But it's huge. I bought it from a Hot Wheels collector that was moving out of state. He gave it to me for $50.
Oh, wow.
This thing is 6 feet tall. Yeah. It's like 18 inches deep, and it's 4 feet long, and it's got glass doors on it.
Yeah.
$50.
That's deep.
18 inches
I don't know if this
I
is
know.
a compliment or a dig, but yeah, you do.
Patrick
Patrick Strauko says, I'll bet anybody $5 Chad can't go a single stream without mentioning RoboSkull. Maybe?
See, the thing about it is that he just forced you to bring up
mention RoboSkull.
Yeah, mention RoboSkull, right? So you have this. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up.
I mean, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna, I'm not going to say anything else because then I just make it come true. Right?
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yes,
there.
it is self-fulfilling. Yeah. It's a secondary, tertiary, right? Order of effect.
Tertiary effects.
Tertiary. Yeah. So we're gonna move away from that equidistantly. Move along. World Made of Cardboard says Ryan will add onto the house a 3,000 square foot room to house even more figures.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna need a much bigger YouTube channel to do that.
Yeah. I'm kind of at the point, just to add on to that a little bit, Ryan. I'm at the point right now where I am no longer. I'm not adding any more shelving to this area anymore. If new things are going to come in from a new display, some things are just going to have to go. I can't. I'm at the point right now where I think we talked about this a few episodes ago. Where like the weight of this room, like I can feel it when I walk in here. And it's gotten to the point where it's like it's excessive. It's too much. So very soon, I don't think I'm going to go full Sal, right? But there are some things that are going to be leaving my collection very
in the
soon.
herd.
Yeah.
So, hey, I wanted to ask you guys while we're here. Did either one of you did you guys back the Skeletron Robo Skull?
I did not.
Okay. Well, I just figured I'd ask.
My thinking at the
I don't
time
talk about
was-
Robo Skull enough.
My thinking at the time, because it is cool, and again, like the His Tank, I have no connection to it, but
Right.
I was like, well, the Rancor's coming out. I want to get that. I can't get
No,
both.
it's not.
And then it didn't happen. Yeah. So I had a lot of extra money and no Robo Skull and no Rancor.
The failing of the Rancor is what funded that Sky Striker. I 100% believe that.
Yeah.
Good point.
It was not over the line. And then as soon as everybody saw the Rancor was failing, whoop, there goes the Sky Striker.
Yep.
Whatever. I mean,
yeah. So my as far as I'm concerned about the Robo Skull, I didn't know that thing existed until I saw someone share the campaign for it. And I was like, okay, cool, but what is it? And then so I had to do a little research to find out that this thing is a pretty popular item. But I'd never heard of it before, honestly. So yeah, having no attachment to it meant it wasn't for me. But I get the appeal for sure. It's just it's just wrong
Nightmare TIE Fighter.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. And then Jesse said I had to do a refresh.
Okay.
Sorry. Febreze Brothers, because you're so fresh. Anywho, all right, so we're gonna move along. Let's talk about Action Force. And then see, now George Aiken's insulted. He's like, you've never heard of the Robo Skull?
That was the statement that I made, yes. And it was factual. I had never heard of the Robo. I had no idea what it was.
Accurate, sworn statement. Anyway, moving on. So this is the Valaverse booth from JoeFest 2022, aka the first ValaCon.
What a display there!
Yeah, it was so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta say, to see, like, you look behind there and there's Ryan, Sal, Tony, Bobby, just boom, all back there, and that place was freaking mobbed.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, there you are. You're back.
I'm
Hi.
back.
Yeah. So, I don't know, Ryan, you want to share anything about last year?
Yeah, I mean, compared to 2021, when Bobby didn't have product at that point, it was like night and day. On Friday when those doors opened, I was like, oh, there's a lot of people coming in, and they all came to the Valaverse table, and we were nonstop selling for it was only open 3 hours Friday night, right?
Yeah.
But the line didn't go down until after 8 o'clock.
No. And I was telling Bobby when I had him on the second episode of Road to JoeFest, it was weird. The Mam and I, we were like 4 people deep at the door for the early entry. And the doors opened and we went inside and somehow there was already magically a freaking line.
Yeah. I think
I had no idea how that happened. Like they fucking teleported from behind us to in front of us. And then I remember even on Saturday when the line was still nuts, there were people, because the main doors were almost right across from the Action Force area. There were people in line waiting to get in the door, And then there was another line next to it that went even further out, and that was your guys' line.
Yeah.
And some people were in the wrong line. It was like, no, that's the Valaverse line. Oh, okay. And then it was nuts. It was nuts. Yeah. And like Samuel said, that was everyone's first stop. It was not mine, but I did go.
It was a lot of fun though. No complaints.
Oh yeah, it was great. Jesse says, question why Hasbro couldn't just do what Lego did. Have the fans come up with toy ideas and sell it at stores. Because Hasbro.
Yeah.
I don't
know. You know, 2021 may not have had any product, but those Dante memes that I was making back then, from Dante's infamous run. That
was you that made those?
Yeah, I made those. There was one.
That was funny.
There was one of because the shot was from Dante from behind, you know, as he was running. And so I put him next to Forrest Gump. Right, they were running from the pickup truck. I put him with the people from Jurassic Park as they were running from the Gallimimus.
Right.
That was stampeding. I had a lot of fun with that. A lot.
Yeah, he was quick, man. Like I was surprised he because I wasn't gonna run, but he got up and he ran down to Bobby's booth to get what was it, a computer or something? I don't remember.
Yeah, he ran after somebody like they were stealing a PlayStation from GameStop. You know,
he jumped off that balcony, landed full superhero landing.
It just comes with the fist down pose. You know?
Like shockwave. Yeah,
superhero landing. World Made of Cardboard asks, my wife and I have early entrance tickets for JoeFest. When should we get there? Probably like 2:00.
Yeah, that should
start lining up at like 2.
Yeah.
We talking AM?
No, PM.
Like 1400, brother.
Okay, geez. No, because look, I did when I was at Legions Con last year, there was people that were sleeping in the hallway.
Yeah, well, that's Legions Con. This
in
is
the
Joe
hotel, like waiting to get in line for the exclusive.
JoeFest isn't like that.
Yeah, like 1400, you'll be good.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, because Friday he opens up at like 5, right?
Yeah.
5
and then
to
it's
8.
an hour early for the early entrance people.
Yeah.
This year I got a hookup, so Anyway, we're gonna move along. So let's talk about this. I know you guys have opinions on this figure. So this is the JoeFest exclusive Warpath Eclipse.
Don't like it at all. Don't want it. Not gonna get it. No, I'm kidding. Of course I'm getting it. Yeah. I'm excited for it. I think it's a cool look with the war paint on her face, and it's a good reuse of the Pandora body. I think it's cool, man.
Yeah, I would like to echo the exact same thing that Ryan said. I really don't have anything else to add to that. I think it's cool if you are going to do reuse, have a special purpose for it, right? As for someone, and probably in my top 5 action figures of all time is Faker from He-Man, right? Which is just a 100% reuse, you know. So if you're gonna do it
it's
well.
Blue.
There's
man,
but it has a sticker on the chest, Chad.
Actually,
but yeah, there's an art to reuse, and I think this is a prime example of how you do it well.
And the tattoo work he got done on it looks super clean.
Right.
Yeah,
and then also the custom box art for this as well.
Yeah,
you know, it's great. It's great. It's a great con exclusive.
It's gonna look real nice in my scrapbook.
I love the fact that the Action Force box art isn't you know, it's just not cookie cutter.
Yeah,
I really appreciate that. Yeah, and then World Made of Cardboard wants this,
and that's cool. That took me by surprise when we did ValaCon a couple months ago. And I actually have a vintage one from our buddy Dragon Reborn.
Yes.
He sent us, me and Jeremy, a vintage Desert Rat. And so I'm going to display them together.
Nice. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yep. I need to get this for that exact same reason. So again, I know we gave a big shout out to Dragon Reborn on the channel, but amazing gift. Absolutely amazing gift. And so, yeah, I'll have this displayed right next to it in like my little hall of honor, like my little case of honor, like special stuff right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking.
That's what I
forward to
used
getting
my
that as
Chinet for. That you were just trying to throw shade at.
well. No, so I have a special section for things that were sent to me or gifted to me or things that are rarities. Like I have 3 prototype AWOC heads, right?
Yeah.
The factory sample prototypes, and then I actually have 1 production run factory sample that's only 90% complete of an AWOC figure as well. So stuff like that goes in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Earl Potts is pissed because can't get a retro Tony. Jesse's asking, does this come with a poster?
No,
Not to my knowledge.
There you go. There's your answer. And Jesse had another question, and Jesse, I'm just letting you know I start it, so when we get to like questions, I'll kind of go over it. And then Backwoods is here and says, "What's up, Ryan and Jeremy, and screw you, Chad? What's up, dude?
what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
That's cool. Yeah. World Made of Cardboard said my wife wants to sign Desert Rat as well as getting our 6-inch Desert Rat signed. Right on. Very cool.
I got 6
Yes,
inches
but-
that Desert Rat can sign.
Oh, that's being generous.
What are you gonna throw at him twice?
I'm a let's be honest, I'm a 3 3/4 guy. You know what I mean? I'm a 1/18.
That's where I live, man. I'm compensating. Anyway, we're gonna move on. But yes, Stan Solo killed it with this figure.
Yeah,
I can't say enough awesome stuff.
As he always does. I have the Iconicon Boba Fett, and it's super. Yeah, kind of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
See,
That Boba Fett is really super awesome, actually. Yeah. Dude, I was a little bent last year because the Mam and I flew, right? And rule number 1, never fly to JoeFest. If you're gonna buy a bunch of shit, never fly. And we flew, and we had already booked the tickets, and then I found out about the Iconicon meetup, and I was like, oh man. Like there's no way around that. It's not like, well, we got the car, we'll just stay an extra day. No, got boned. Anywho, moving on. Jeremy, now's your time to shine. Spiro, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. What do you got?
So we're gonna talk some monkey business. So
Anthropomorphic.
Anthropomorphic monkey business.
Monkey bean.
So these actually are they're more primates. But anyway, some would say lower hominids.
Great ape.
Yeah,
Orangutan's a member of the great ape family.
I believe it's orangutan. There's no G at the end. It's just orangutan, not orangutan.
There is no G.
So, but yeah, so Spiro Toys. Well, it says Spiro Toys with Animal Wars of the Kingdom will be at JoeFest. We'll also have the Animal Wars of the Kingdom Primal Battle game there at the display as well. So feel free to stop by and roll the dice with me. For individuals that don't know, my company, Authority Figure, we developed and produced the Animal Wars of the Kingdom Primal Battle game, which allows you to use your 1/12 scale figures as pieces on the board, as opposed to traditional games that use miniatures and stuff like that. So we'll be doing that.
No thimble, no top hat.
No thimble, no top hat.
Car.
Right. Like you buy your figure, you put it on the board, you pose them in cool dynamic action poses and swing swords at each other and raise shields and cast spells, and it's going to be a ton of fun.
There is one issue,
and that would be
you need to have a friend to play this game with.
So I mean,
damn it.
Yeah. I mean, you can play against yourself in kind of like a kind of like a solitaire fashion, but we're working on a very interesting thing right now, which is probably coming a little bit later down the line because we're crossing the T's and dotting the I's and everything. But an AI deck, right? So essentially, you would just shuffle the cards of this deck of cards, and then you would make your moves, and then you would pull a card from the adversarial deck, and it would say all characters that can move forward will move forward maximum spaces, or any characters that do have the ability to attack will attack now, or any character within proximity of a low health character will attack. Right. So the deck would actually take the place of playing against another individual. And the cool thing is that every time you shuffle the cards, you now have a new player.
So were you able to develop this after, well, because of your years and years of practice playing with yourself?
Yes, that was definitely definitely didn't hurt and what we're trying to achieve.
I mean, it can if you do it too much.
Yeah, but it's something to, you know, like that. We're going over a couple of ideas. There may be the groundwork to it already. I'm not sure, but yeah, something may be coming if you don't have any friends.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing.
What's with the tan? What's with the tan t-shirt? The ma'am.
Oh,
She was working.
I was working.
You just got home?
Yeah,
Okay.
because we have our CTC rotation, so I had to go and brief brigade.
She got suckered into being the Projo
Oh,
for a CTC rotation. So
yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of sucks.
And I'm the battalion UMO, so
Yeah.
my life sucks.
but I got to tell you that your hair is on point right now. Your hair is on point right now.
Yeah, I don't believe in ponytails.
you want to see the ma'am delaminate female soldiers with ponytails, and
Yeah.
she loses her shit in like that fast.
I remember. So I had a break in service, and then I came back in 2017, and then I came to the first, PT formation, coming to the HHC, and so I was in the the scout recon platoon there, and so I was in the HHC. Then I see these females running around. There's just hair flying everywhere, and I was like, the hand is like getting sharp. You know what I mean? And the platoon starts like, hey, they that happens now. They can do that. I'm like, yeah, gotta.
Oh
but yeah, not a huge fan myself. But
what's up? Let's see what we got. We got George, Gaz, Jesse, Zazel. What's up, guys? Oh yeah, no, being in HHC myself. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right, and you're an HHC commander,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, God, what are you? It was like 220 personnel, something like that. You're HHC in an infantry battalion.
Yeah.
Mortars, snipers, medics, the whole nine yards. All the pokes.
My snooper pooper staff.
Dude, shut up.
staff pokes.
And the only platoon worth a
Staff
damn is the scout platoon, so.
Yeah, my snooper poopers, I love them.
Mm-hmm.
They're funny. They give me a hard time all the time. All the time.
Look at Ryan. He doesn't give a shit about this conversation.
Oh yeah, he's bored.
At all.
That's what we always say. Late at night while you're sleeping, there's a Cav Scout creeping all around.
Yes.
Just playing with my lightsaber.
Yeah. I'm just like, near Jeremy and the ma'am are talking. And I'm playing with my Megaforce card.
So, but yeah, I think so. Next, next stream, I'm doing the entire thing with my Stetson on, possibly my saber as well.
Well, bring your purse too.
We'll bring your purse too. I got my little blue card.
Do you have your spurs? Have you gone on a spur ride?
Ma'am,
I'm
chill,
just asking.
please. Ma'am, chill.
Some don't. Some do. Some don't. I know a few calves that don't have their spurs.
Yeah, I have both. I have my silver and gold. So I have my combat spurs and my spur ride spurs. So yeah, so maybe I guess what I'm saying is like back off. So
Yeah.
I guess
I'll choke you with my blue cord.
Here.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's all right.
So yeah, everybody's saying hi to the ma'am, and Patrick's here. What's up, Big Bacon? And look who showed up.
Oh,
Hey, Drew.
What's up, Drew?
All right, I gotta go finish making ramen. I'm
Okay.
officially done with my master's
Okay.
program.
Well,
by the way.
say good evening.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Love you.
Love you.
She just now, she's officially finished with her master's degree program as of 5
Right,
minutes
congrats.
Oh,
Wow,
congratulations.
very cool.
ago. Yeah, and then a bunch of people are saying I didn't know I needed friends to play this, so I guess we're all SOL. Here's a question, kind of a whatever. I wonder if Valaverse would ever do Zombie Line as a Halloween special.
Um,
You can't see my shrug.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. That would be a lot of new tooling, and for just like one-off thing, I don't know. That probably not. But that's just me, as someone who doesn't make toys, speculating.
Yeah, but you do have a point.
Yeah.
And then Nutty Buckeye says, I need to look into Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. Looks pretty interesting, but damn, so many different rabbit holes of collecting already.
Yeah, like that's a valid concern. Honestly, I actually didn't find out about Animal Wars of the Kingdom until there was like 3 days worth of funding left on the original campaign, and Dante was yelling at everyone to back this so he could get Thane. And so that's when I found out about it. Yeah, Dante was verbally accosting everyone to back the project to get Thane. But like, I hear you. But there's having an excessive amount of cool ideas out there isn't a bad thing. And as far as like with my money moving forward, the vast majority of my collecting dollar is going straight to indie stuff.
Yeah, independent creators, right? Fans do the best work,
right? I don't, especially after recent news stories. It's kind of really solidified my position as far as like where my collecting dollar is going to go, and it is going to these indie guys for sure.
I'm just saying, don't be going to people's houses over freaking trading cards. That's how you get click clap boogaloo.
Yeah.
Dude, I pretty much said that. I pretty much said that in the comments, and this one dude just came after me like, you shouldn't even suggest that. It's like, it could have happened.
Dude, it happens to. I mean, it happens to actual police officers.
You're trying to push your foot into my front door, man. I live in a castle law state.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It happens to actual police officers that are serving, no knock warrants.
Yeah.
Rounds start flying through the front door because the person inside the house doesn't know what's going on. So, it's a reality, right? Guns are real, they exist, and they're here in America. So
we don't condone violence, and we're gonna move on. Anywho,
100%. Yeah, 100%.
100%.
But words are violence.
Words are violence.
Words hurt. Yeah, words hurt. Yeah. You need to. Right. Johnny from Simple Tricks and Nonsense throwing some love to Animal Warriors of the Kingdom or some badass toys. I love the glowing weapon set.
Oh man, yeah. There's nothing better than a brand new set of glow in the dark weapons. They still, you don't have to hold them under the light for very long, and they're like lighting up your whole room when you turn the lights off. They're fantastic.
Very cool. Robert's Infinite Realm says, my phone is dying, but I'm watching on my TV. Might not be able to comment much. Well, we appreciate you being here, buddy.
Yeah, thank you very much. So this next Thursday is a big day for Animal Wars of the Kingdom. So if you're not subscribed to Cato's collection, I would do so now, because that is the home of the official Animal Wars of the Kingdom podcast there.
Yep.
And Thursday, like I said, Thursday is going to be a very big day. Yeah. You're not going to want to miss that episode.
Cato's collection with K, a K.
And cool. Cato will actually be at JoeFest this year, helping at the AWOC booth.
Yep. Very cool. And then, like Mr. Wonderful said, support the indies and Nutty 100%. Bucks. Amen. Hasbro can completely suck it now. Last week when I had Brian from Hooded Cobra Commander 788 on, and we talked a lot about all these new independent 118 scale lines. And, we talked about Valaverse, we talked about other stuff as well. But just how like these companies, like, they give a shit and their communication's good, and, their customer service is fantastic, and all the stuff that they offer. And we also talked about Marauders and Eagle Force from Fresh Monkey Fiction. And you can scratch your itch.
There's a lot to choose from for sure. And more stuff keeps coming out. Like I went in heavy with Savage Crucible. What an awesome line that was, So there's a lot of indies out there they're wanting your dollars. So you got options.
Yeah, and they will work to get those dollars. Like they really care. Yeah,
they will.
George Aiken says, sorry I missed last week's. Ended up at a pagan festival. Yeah, you did, and you sent me some really cool videos of that, and that's totally awesome. So Jesse, I wonder if there was someone in Hasbro turn around and said this. dude, what the did you do? I don't know about that.
They
World
probably
Meta-
called up Wizards of the Coast and they were probably like, "What's going on?" You know.
I would think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would hope so. Wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. World Made of Cardboard says Joy Toy is cool looking, but really expensive. Yes. And once you go down the dark path of Joy Toy mechs, that's it. Like you're screwed because they are gorgeous and they are expensive.
The day Joy Toy jumps into 112, it's over for me. Like the only thing keeping me away is a scale.
I'm gonna read Matt's comment here in a second. I appreciate the fact that there are still those, right? Because I'm biased, right? I'm a 118 guy, and without companies like Marauder Gunrunners, without Eagle Force from Fresh Monkey Fiction, without Joy Toy, I mean, what new stuff would I have to look forward to?
Yeah.
So I would like to see them be able to expand and do other stuff. But dude, last year I walked up to Marauder John at their booth and I said, I know you guys are doing like a couple of 6-inch figures for the Skeletron projects and stuff. Like you're not going 6-inch like 112 scale, or he was like, absolutely not. And I was like, oh, thank you. Like I understand that there are those reasons to do it, but I don't want to see everyone go jump on that train because I think that you can have both worlds and, you know.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, 100%. And then anyway, so Matthew Matson said, Independents are killing it. So glad I supported Marauders and Boss Fight. Yeah, Boss Fight from the beginning. So many more now. And then Patrick said, speaking of indies, Legends of the Hidden Force relaunches tonight. Yes, awesome. Thank you for bringing that up. I don't know if you guys got in on Legends of the Hidden Force, the Ninja line, O-Ring.
Oh, I saw those. I didn't get in on it. Just
there's some cool like wink and nod throwbacks to the unproduced 1995 GI Joe or Real American Hero line before you know Hasbro killed it and gave it to the Kenner people in Cincinnati. But there's some cool stuff there. What do you got, Jeremy?
It's not my scale.
And that's cool.
So if it's I mean, I realize that there are still people that are using VHS players and stuff, you know, but it's just like there's higher, you know, resolution quality options, you know, here in the modern world. So,
dude,
no, but
bullshit. Look at that Falcon. Look at that Matt Damon shit. Just because it's 6-inch doesn't mean it's better. It just means like it's bigger grossness that you can't see.
I canceled mine as soon as I saw that the first one in hand. I was like, yeah, nah, fam. Like I canceled mine immediately. Like, and I was a Falcon. Yeah. And I was a Falcon fan, right?
Kids. Yeah. Oh, Falcon did not
couldn't do it.
That.
Now I did see people putting the Valaverse head on Falcon. They were using the blowback head,
and he looks fantastic.
But then I have a headless blowback, so I'd rather have my blowback.
Here's the thing. Why should you have to do that to get a decent looking action figure? And I don't care what the scale is. Right. If I have to like get this figure and get this figure's accessories and get this figure's head, and I'm kit bashing something that's brand new just to make it passable, no, fuck no. Like every day, no. That's a hard pass.
I get you, man, but like, let's be honest here. Let's not pretend that Real American Hero didn't have any fucking stinkers in there because they did.
They did. Sure,
they did. So. Yeah. So maybe chill the F out a little bit, my dude. All right. So
why don't you shut up with your God scale bullshit? And here we go. Now we're getting hot. Now we're getting hot. Right now, Chris says Chad's going to go start a new car rant after what Jeremy said about VHS players.
Dude, what 112 scale is the guy she told you not to worry about, man.
No, it is not. See, and then Patrick says we can all get along. We can. Like, you guys can have your dollies only, and I can have my world building, and we're cool. We're totally good.
Whatever. So anyway, speaking of 112th, Animal Wars of the Kingdom, yes, a new fantasy IP that combines science fiction with sorcery at the same time. So a lot of fantasy elements in the 112 scale. Thane there is brought down a little bit, so he's on scale with the rest of them, so his face can be in the picture. That is an absolutely massive action figure. One of Thane's arms is almost the exact same size as a G.I. Joe classified Red Ninja figure. So he's a big one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I knew he was large.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was that large.
Yeah, so he's not that tall. I mean, he is noticeably taller than the rest of the figures, right?
Yeah.
But he's a thicky boy, right? Those
so
arms.
He has.
Mm-hmm. Jason endowed him with certain characteristics.
Girth.
Yeah. Some would even call him the Girthquake. When he's,
I'm gonna tell him,
babe, that's my new nickname.
Oh, yeah. So that was our, like, we had that as like our squad name, Girthquake, for a while.
Very cool.
But anyway, so anybody who's on the fence about Animorphs of the Kingdom, Wave 1 is out right now. They have been very, very well received. It's a fantastic action figure line, a poser's dream, honestly. In my opinion, you're getting... I'm hesitant to say import level articulation, right? But you're getting some really, really, really great poses out of these. And they're just cool. Talking fighting animals are fantastic. Wave 2 is on the water as we speak right now, coming to the States. And stay tuned Thursday for other big news. That's all I can say right now.
Awesome. Very, very cool. Thank you for that. Brandon R with a super chat. Thank you so much. Says nobody cares, but I don't care. Classified are 111 scale, not 112 scale. Oh, hi, Chad. What's up, Brandon?
Technically, he is correct. Yes.
And
okay.
I actually really appreciate that.
Well, how tall is Duke? How tall is Duke? I don't want to talk about Roadblock or Gung Ho because they're on a ridiculous scale.
Generally, like you have one like anchor hero figure that sets the line,
right? And so that's Duke. So how tall is Duke?
Well, I don't have one to freaking measure it, so I don't know.
Okay.
According to Brandon, he's 111 scale.
Okay. Having not done the science myself, I'll defer to his expertise on the subject.
I mean, classifieds are basically the same size as Marvel Legends, right? So
yeah, they're Marvel Legends cosplaying as G.I. Joe. Thank you, Brandon, for the super chat. I appreciate that, buddy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna move on. Yeah, and my chat jumped. Oh, Samuel Edwards said I drew a brown mustache on my Falcon. Very cool. Ted's got to go because he's got to get ready for his show. Thank you for being here, Ted. We appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, that's coming up.
Yeah, and then Matthew Matson, yeah, he concurs. Agreed. They are totally not 1/12 scale. Totally. And Matt Damon.
They're totally not 1/12 scale.
Matt Damon.
So Matthew Matson also says Serpentor is way bigger than Roadblock.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, he's huge.
Is he?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm super glad that I passed on that. I found the price point to be ridiculous. So, yeah, that's wild. Did anybody get Chad? Did you get the Serpentor reference?
Yes, yeah, because of the hype guy.
You didn't know what
discount
was.
Nick Cannon, right, as we were calling him.
Yo! Check out Serpentor.
You guys see this? You see this?
Right, and I'm like, remember when the three of us were talking about? I was like, who are they screaming?
Like,
at?
who the
like,
fuck? I was like,
screaming.
Who is this guy? Why the fuck is he yelling at me, man? Right?
Yeah, we were like, isn't that the guy from that movie Holes? Like, what is he doing? Just
Did you see that? Like, we got
influencers.
Serpentine.
I keep calling them hype guys.
He's a porn star?
What?
No, because the movie Holes. Anyway, here's a question. Jesse, question: if Super 7 has the G.I. Joe license, then how come they're not making vehicles for their Joe toys? Well, Super 7 has a license for Ultimates and Reaction, which are 5 points of articulation. The Reaction are. Hiya Toys has a license with Hasbro to make 4-inch Joes and vehicles.
Could you imagine what a Super 7 G.I. Joe vehicle would cost? If they did a his tank, it'd be like $800.
Yeah, $800. So
yeah.
I mean, so think about what they were doing with the party wagon with TMNT, versus like what NECA was doing with that as well.
Yeah.
The NECA one was the superior product by far, but I think Super 7 had a beat on price. When I say beat, I mean that it exceeded theirs by what, like $150, $200.
It was like $500, wasn't it? Like all in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like the Thunder Tank. As far as like price is concerned.
I'm waiting to see what Haya does with Joe vehicles based on that Aliens APC, which is a thing of beauty, and the Ed 209 that they did for RoboCop.
Yes. Yeah.
Haya can do some amazing work. And then Drew G says, I love both. If Action Force started a 1/18 scale with focus on vehicles and playsets, I'd buy them all, but Bobby will not. So, and that's okay. Johnny from Simple Tricks and Nonsense customized Real American Hero figures straight off the card in the 80s. Any Joes in garish colors got repainted immediately. That's a lot of them. I speak from experience. That's a lot of them. Yeah, Serpentor is more like 1/10 scale.
I'm really waiting on Ripcord from Classified. He's in my top 10, right? From when I was a kid.
Yeah,
I can't wait to get him.
Lowlight, Serpentor, and the Battle Android Trooper, they were going to be my litmus. And I saw the bat. I got a couple bats. I saw the Serpentor and I said, nah. And then I saw the render of Lowlight and I'm like, eh. But
I mean, he doesn't look bad. You know what I did miss?
I'm not saying he looks bad. He just like, he doesn't. I don't know. The one that Bobby helped work on in the 4-inch scale, I love that one. That's like my ultimate Lowlight. I know he worked on like the rifle case and all that stuff, but I love.
Yes, yeah.
The detailing on that figure is amazing.
What did you think of their Steel Battalion?
Steel Core, yeah,
or Steel Core? Is that what they called it?
Yeah, Steel Core. Now in the modern runs, they did change it from Steel Brigade to Steel Battalion.
Okay.
We call this Iron Platoon.
Yeah. I mean, that was a serious question.
Tin soldiers. I don't get the weird football pattern stuff going on with them. Like the face, the head, like with that little breather thing, it does look very OG Steel Brigade, but
the head sculpts are a fantastic homage, right?
Yeah.
But why the goddamn shotgun shells everywhere?
I don't know. Because look at the people driving that line. Like look at who's driving that bus. They're just like, just throw a vomitorium of stuff in with everything and it's perceived value. And it's just like like the shotgun. Flint shotgun. We've all talked about that a million times. They have to call everything a blaster, but they'll call it a shotgun and they'll call it a spear gun, but everything else is a blaster. It just, to me, it doesn't make any sense.
That's because the president said you should get a shotgun, right? Just two blasts in the air, right? That's what he said.
In the air.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what he said.
Anyway,
he told people to ND essentially.
Yeah. So that's negligent discharge for anyone who doesn't know what that means. Matt Logic 44 says, I am all in on Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, waiting on Wave 2. Very cool, Matt.
As are we all. Highly anticipated. Those are going to be super, super sweet.
Here's a question for you, Ryan, but I know the answer. Have you opened that Mezco Destro?
I have not. No.
Nope.
Not because I don't want to, but I might be doing a unboxing with Bobby when he gets his.
Yeah, very cool. And then I don't know. Now we're stuck in a classified conversation. If classified are 112 scale, then both Scarlet and Lady J are both 6 feet tall, and the male characters are all about 6'4".
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. Yep. So Duke works out to be
6 3/8, almost.
He's 6 3/8. I'm just gonna move along. Oh, Canuck says it's a good night for me. Can't stand anymore, Ryan.
All right.
Aw.
You don't have to announce it. You can just leave.
No. I need to go. Have yourself a fantastic night, sweet prince. Thank you very much.
Anyway, Jimmy Purvis, where can you buy the Haya Toys figures?
Big Bad has them.
The Joes? The Haya Joes?
I thought they did.
I haven't seen them up for pre-order
Okay.
outside of
Maybe-
a couple countries yet, but maybe you're right. Go look on
Oh.
Big Bad Toy Store. Ryan's
Well, I
probably
know
right.
Big Bad sells Hyatt toys. Maybe they don't have the Joes yet.
Yeah, they definitely do. And then everybody's talking about Ripcord. There you go. That's for you, Jeremy. Patrick, old Big Bacon. He's another Army vet. He says 80s Ripcord sucked.
I would have to disagree
Rise
with
of
that.
Cobra Ripcord. Is that Marlon Wayne's? No, dude, get out of here with that.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Yesterland Toys is here. What's up? Says, hey, everybody.
What's up, man?
What's up, Neil?
Everybody's saying hi. Everybody's saying hi to Neil. And Vargo says, hey, Neil, what's up? We appreciate you guys still hanging out. And then Jesse says, why can't they just call it a boomstick? Yeah. Chris says, thanks to Ryan and Jeremy for being on Chad's stream. Got to run and fix dinner. Thanks for entertaining us all.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, much appreciated, Chris. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys, for being here with me. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Very cool. All right, so we're gonna move on. So anyway, Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, super awesome. We're all looking forward to it. And Jeremy's cool game. And then
Jeremy's game is like a big chunk of cardboard and a Sharpie, and he draws on it.
Yeah,
like squares. Yeah.
Oh man,
phalluses and Godzilla and stuff.
Right.
I wish.
Okay,
I wish it was that simplistic. It would have cost much less to produce. So
the Sarge card and this card, they're placeholders between topics. Okay, because we're talking about JoeFest. Now, if one of you wants to have a moment, I will give you the floor. Jeremy,
ahead, Jeremy.
you want to go talk to Larry Hama?
I how do I say this diplomatically? Yeah, I would like to
use
have
your NCO tact.
I would
interpersonal tact.
I would very much like to have a conversation with Larry Hama about all of the factors surrounding him endorsing that Snake Eyes movie. Right. I would like to know what like all of the things that happened in order to achieve that outcome that we all got, which was him endorsing the Snake Eyes movie.
It involved a check.
Probably
a dump truck full of money.
Probably a pretty large one, right?
And yep.
Yeah.
That's
So
why I still haven't seen that movie, by the way. Have you guys watched it?
I have.
No, I couldn't do it
because an individual who I considered to be the most prolific writer as far as G.I. Joe is concerned, Larry Hama, endorsed it and said that he thought it was great. So I checked it out, and I'll never get that money back. You know, so that's that.
Patrick says,
yeah.
Anyway, so Matthew Matson, thank you. Matthew Matson said he endorsed the movie because they put him in it. But he was in Retaliation or Rise of Cobra. Yeah, he was in this. He was walking down the alley. And then that's what Neil said.
He's the Stan Lee of G.I. Joe movies. He just kind of shows up.
Yeah.
Except all his movies are terrible.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible, Bobby. Terrible.
Yeah. Honestly, the prospect of having another G.I. Joe movie on the horizon is not a great one. I really wish that they would just leave it alone. You know, just let it rest.
Yeah.
Honestly,
it needs to rest. So think about anyway. So Neil said it's called Shilling, but he's Larry Hama, so whatever. Think about how long they let Batman rest. Batman. There you go, Jeremy. There it is for you. After Batman and Robin, almost 9 years.
Yep.
Right? Because that freaking Ryan, you have not seen it. That Snake Eyes movie, it is Batman and Robin level bad writing.
Really? Wow.
The very beginning, little Snake Eyes, little kid is walking with his dad, who you later find out was part of G.I. Joe. And they're walking through the woods, and he straight asks his dad, "Is there a safe in the cabin?" And his dad's like, "Why are you asking that? I heard you on the phone last night, and you said you were at the safe house." And I slow turned like this.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I was like, that is Bat credit card. That is ice skates in the boots. It was dude, it was bad.
Nice to see
So
you.
bad. Yeah. Never leave home without it was that bad. It was so bad. Anyway, so yeah, and then George Aiken says a ton of money. And then I got to get to this because thank you, Brandon R, for the super chat. And he says, poke the bear, classified. Okay, I'm done. Yeah. I can't do it. Like, I appreciate anybody who likes it, but shit, man, I can't do it. And I like Action Force, right? And it's not like because I'm not shilling for Bobby, but it's its own thing. Like Sergeant Slaughter and Action Force is Sergeant Slaughter in the future, but it's him now, but it's based in the future. It's not just like, oh, we're rehashing, Real American Hero, Mail Away Sergeant Slaughter, and I'm like, what the hell do I care? Yeah, but anyway, whatever. Thank you, Brandon, for pissing me off again. Patrick says, I was okay with Marlon Wayans, but the power suits, the accelerator suits. The accelerator suits were in Rise of Cobra because that writer was working on a movie about cops in powered suits, and the movie was called Accelerator, and they put them in Rise of Cobra. That's
Oh
why
my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then Pericles says, hey, it must be the money. And then we got a bunch of like turds and trash cans. And George Aiken says, I only saw the trailer. I thought it was a Fast and Furious movie. Yeah, it was exactly edited like a Fast and Furious movie.
Yeah.
And dude, the first time I saw that poster, when I saw that teaser poster and he was standing there with the helmet backwards, I looked at the ma'am and I said, they're going to make it a motorcycle helmet. Guarantee it. And that's exactly what it was. It's a motorcycle.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't get jacked up at all.
It's a motorcycle helmet. Yeah.
He's not even in the Snake Eye suit till the very end of the movie.
Hey,
I heard that.
Ryan, think of the old like 70s Captain America, right?
Yep.
Where the Captain American mask is
Yep.
the fucking motorcycle helmet. So for anybody that's going to attend JoeFest this year, please come over and watch Larry Hama's handler remove me
Shoo
from the
you
area.
away.
Shoo me away. It should be a sight to behold. Yeah.
I'm gonna get him to sign my G.I. Joe #1.
Cool. You should.
Yeah. That's
Ask him if he endorses that one too.
I'm going to get him to sign my MASH DVD box set.
Yeah, because he was in MASH.
He was in MASH.
Look, he doesn't care about my opinions, and I don't care that he doesn't care about my opinions, and we're just going to agree to disagree and be like, hi there. Thank you for writing these comics. G.I. Joe is why I joined the military, and would you please sign this? Thank you very much. And then I will not try to shake his hand because he gets mad about that, and then that's it. So anyway, so Crash is here. What's up, Crash? Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Samuel Edwards says cartoon movie or bust. George Aiken says best Batman movie I have seen is the Lego one. I'm actually going to go with Mask of the Phantasm. That is my favorite Batman.
Nice.
That's a good call. Yeah.
So good.
I'll go with 89 Batman. That's the fact.
And then
very good.
World Made of Cardboard's got to go. This has been a great live stream. You guys are great. Thank you for being here, man. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Look at that. Mask of the Phantasm. There you go. And then everyone's just talking about back credit card and all this stuff. Jesse says, I'm pretty sure Larry Hama give the dictator a Bible for Snake Eyes. Oh, the director? Yeah, I'm not entirely too sure about that. Accelerator suits, you mean Sigma 6? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Sigma 6. Yeah.
Classified Sarge is superior to Action Force Sarge. Well, they're two different Sarges, so I think it's not the same thing.
Yeah, it's not it's the same character, but I mean, I guess it's the same character, but at
it's the same character, but it's the same character in completely different times and locations and settings and mindsets and a physicality. Right, the Action Force Sarge, like he's been through it, man. Like he's grizzled and old, and that's why I really like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, whatever.
The Action Force Sarge is actually on a realistic frame, right?
Yeah. He doesn't look like Bane. Yeah.
No, he doesn't look like Bane. Actually, so if you take the Action Force Sarge and you put him next to Duke from Classified, he is taller, right?
Mhm.
He's obviously taller than Snake Eyes and the rest of them, but I do have the Hasbro one, and he's just on that massive buck. That's like,
Yeah.
if this was a real person, they'd be like scraping like 7 foot. But
It's all academic to me. I mean,
yeah,
I don't have the classified one, but I got all the 4-inch ones, and I'm cool with that. So Nutty Buckeyes got a bounce. Thank you for being here. Enjoyed the great show tonight, guys. Chad, I subbed. Thank you very much for that. Jeremy, I will give Animal Warriors of Kingdom of a chance. Ryan,
look, that's all we're asking for. That's all we're asking for, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. So thank you very much.
cool. All right, so we're going to try to move along and wrap this up a little bit. Anyway, so there's a ton of comments. You forgot the bat shark repellent, Batman cartoon series.
Yeah. Like there is a case to be made for Batman 66 film being the best Batman interpretation on film.
It's hilarious, dude. It's a hilarious movie.
It stayed on point. It never lost its tone. It was consistent through and through. Right,
dude. When he's running around with the bomb and he keeps running around, oh, it's so great, man.
He's kicking that shark.
Yeah.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Right? Yeah. Oh,
Did you not love that? Yeah.
100%. Anyway, so we're gonna move along from that. So, Ryan, you got any memories from last year that you care to share or anything poignant?
Yeah. So it started off on a flight from Atlanta to Augusta, Georgia, and you got to remind me the guy's name who voiced Destro.
Arthur Burkhart.
Arthur Burkhart. Didn't know who he was. And I sit down on the plane, and Keone Young was actually 2 rows in front of me. I recognized him.
Quiet. He's a quiet guy.
Quiet. Arthur Burkhart, not so much. I mean, he was talking the whole time, and it's a short flight. It's like 45 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So we land in Augusta, and I get out, and I get on a shuttle to go over to the Marriott, and I hear that voice coming, and I'm like, oh, man. Don't tell me he's getting on this shuttle. And he was. But it turned out awesome because he was super funny, super nice, just really loud, and it's like 10, 11 at night. And he's got a couple guys with him who were vendors there. I forget who they were, but we're driving through Augusta, and he decides he's hungry. He hasn't eaten today. What's open? And the shuttle driver's like, Wendy's is open. He's like, well, drop this guy off first. And he points at me. He's like, then we go to Wendy's. And the shuttle driver's like, do you mind if we just go to Wendy's now? I'm like, I don't care, man. Go to Wendy's. And Arthur's sitting kind of over to my side. And it's just me, him, and 2 other guys that are with him on this shuttle. He's like, all right, I'm getting you a Frosty. Frosty on me. Frosty's on me. And I'm like, okay, I'm getting a Frosty. And by this time, I knew who he was because the other 2 guys told me, oh, he's
Destro.
Destro.
Yeah.
And so we drive into this Wendy's. It's like the only place open in Augusta at 11 o'clock at night. Pull into this Wendy's, and there's a huge line of cars. But we're in this giant shuttle bus, and we get in line, right? And we're sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. And finally, Arthur makes the call. He's like, hey, it's taking too damn long. Just take me to the hotel. And so we have to maneuver this shuttle bus out of the Wendy's parking lot, which is stuffed with cars, and make it the rest of the way to the hotel. And that was really funny. And then what other good memories? I don't know, just working the booth and meeting everyone. That was, that was awesome. And also the Iconicon meetup afterwards. The Valaverse dinner was really nice. Got to sit down to a nice dinner with Bobby, Tony, Sal, Michael, at the hotel restaurant, which was actually really good, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah, man. I don't know, just hanging out with everyone, meeting everyone. That's the best part for me.
Very cool. Jeremy, I would ask you the same question, but you weren't there last year.
So. I was not. I was not. But I'm sure that there would be many memories of me for JoeFest 2023.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So, is there anything that you guys are looking for this year? Like, I know we're all going to get Warpath Eclipse and Stan Solo Desert Rat, and I'm right. Obviously, Ryan doesn't have to wait in line, right? But and then here you go, Ryan. Drew G said he had a blast hanging out with you.
Yeah, man. Drew, was awesome hanging out with you. Thanks for the beer and the burger. Appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I didn't see Drew last year. That's cool, man. Right? Like
He
screw
was at
me.
the Valorverse
Okay.
booth all day. What are you talking about? I think you
What?
saw him. Yeah.
No.
Dude, I'm sure you guys talked.
Both times I came over there, it was you, Sal, Tony, Bobby. That was it.
Well, he was standing next to the booth.
Oh,
Yeah.
Look, that's not on me.
You didn't see Sam Newsman when you were there either?
Sam was there.
Nope.
He interviewed all of us at the booth. Yeah.
I guess you missed him, Chad.
Must have.
Okay.
I don't know. Like I ran into Michael on happenstance. Like the Mam and I, we were just rounding a corner and boop, ran right into Michael, and I'm like, oh hey, what's up, dude? Like,
Yeah.
oh
that
no
happens with-
way! Seriously, Drew said I met you, Chad. We just didn't know each other.
Yep.
Did we? Oh, bro, I'm sorry.
I knew you did. I knew you guys did. Yeah.
I'm sorry, man.
You just thought you were super cool, and he was like a nobody to you, and that's
No.
what happened. No, okay.
Hey, look, like here's the reality of it. To the three of us, I believe Jeremy knows this. Like, I'm gonna say this, and this isn't like any kind of pity party bullshit. Like, I have a super fucking bad TBI, like really, really bad.
Yeah.
So, like, when I'm talking and you see me pause, it's because of that.
Yeah.
Right. So, like the hearing aids, Jeremy, all the dog and pony stuff that comes along with that, right? So I have all those awards and accoutrements and all this stuff, but that's why I have those pauses that I have sometimes, because I have a horribly bad traumatic brain injury. So I'm sorry, Drew, if I forgot. And look, my wife will tell you, sometimes I forget to put my car in drive. It is what it is.
Yeah. So
it's true. Like, I'll back out and I won't put it in drive.
Very similar story. Nighttime patrol mounted up in the turret. All I remember was the white flash. Like, that's it. I don't remember waking up and being treated or anything like that. I just remember the white flash. So yeah, I totally get you on that. But an interesting story. Scott Hughes and I have a very, very similar story as well, because we met each other back before we knew each other. So we met each other, and then a little bit later on down the road, we I guess we're introduced, I guess, and it was like, hey, you remember that time we met up? Like, we actually met each other back at Toylanta, and I was like, oh yeah, that's crazy. So
Nice.
Yeah,
Right on.
sometimes that happens, man.
And then George says you ran into Michael dressed as Cobra characters. He might have thought you were the Hasbro secret police. No, we weren't. We were not in our finest costumes when I actually met him. So anyway,
so when I met Michael, I was actually fanboying, and I was like, dude, can I get a selfie?
Yes.
He
And
was
then
he was like, yeah, sure. And then that's when the Michael pointing selfie came.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm sorry. Now I just feel dumb for saying that. So is there anything you guys are looking to pick up, looking forward to? Are you going to hunt for anything? Because again, it's not just Joe's. Like, are you going to look for toys?
Really, what I'm looking forward to getting the most is the memories, right, with myself and my friends.
Here we go.
Because I think that the real pickups were the friends that we made along the way.
Oh God.
Screw that. I want toys, man.
I went to Frankenson, which is this giant like toy show, regular toy show warehouse thing in California.
Yeah.
And I was super excited to go. I didn't buy anything for myself. I just didn't see anything I really wanted. So, but I'm always like, oh, this time I'm going to find something cool, and I'm just going to buy it.
Yeah.
But that's few and far between now, because I have almost everything that I want. And the new stuff that I get is like pre-orders usually. So nothing specific, but I hope to find something that really wows me, and I'll pick it up if I have time. What up, Valahose?
What up, Valahose?
I'm telling you, we need booth babes at the Valaverse booth.
Mm-hmm. Sure, you can get Tony to show some ankle.
Yep.
Right?
Pull up his
What's
knickers.
up, Tony? Thanks for being here.
Pull up his knickers, show his ankle.
Pull up your
Tony-
knickers, mate. How
Tony,
was that?
Tony, you missed it. Jeremy and I, we were just talking about getting tuned up.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, and then I hit my desk. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Thank you for that heartfelt answer, Jeremy.
I will say, of course, I want all
But
the
I do.
Valaverse exclusives there. That's what I'm
Yes.
looking forward to.
Yes, right. And I always go for a lot of the exclusives. I don't want to say all of them. I pick and choose which ones matter most to me, and then others are like, if they're a target of opportunity and they still have them when I happen to stroll by their booth, maybe I'll pick it up. Right? I'll put it in my hands and decide, like, do I want it? Yes or no at the time.
Will the His tank be out by then?
No.
You're asking the wrong guy. I
No,
don't think so.
Well, if it is and someone has it for less than retail, then I will buy that.
JoeFest
See?
is next month. There's no way.
It could happen.
Okay, so yeah, it could. It's possible it could, but it won't.
When did that thing fund? Wasn't that like a year and a half ago?
It was like 2012, bro. Anyway,
I don't know.
Well, when we were still on like AOL and dial-up internet.
Yeah,
shit, that's
yeah.
just when that thing funded.
Sigma
but,
6 was still on the pegs, dude.
Yeah, the Sigma 6. Hey, that Sigma 6 his tank is money though, man. I got one of those. They are money.
I don't want anything to do with that line, man. Nothing.
What,
to do
G.I.
with it.
Joe?
Sigma 6.
Dude, I will offline you my Sigma 6 his tank. You want to talk about playability? That thing
Okay.
is boss.
Okay.
It is boss.
I-
The whole
I'm looking
back
forward to
comes
it.
off and it becomes like, yeah, I'll show it to you. It's sick, man.
Okay.
Anyway, so cool. Here we are, Road to ValaCon 2023. I can't thank the two of you guys for hanging out with me, and it went exactly how I thought it would go.
Awesome.
There were
Is
some
that
good
good?
times. There was some off topic. There was some shit talking. It was fun.
Good.
It was like it's like a rail car that was like, kind of like skipping the rails, like in
Yeah,
an
a
action
little bit.
movie,
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fun. Thank you very much for inviting me onto your channel. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
Thank you guys. And look, George Aiken's got a public service announcement. He says, look out for those HasLab Sky Strikers. You might be able to buy the missing parts. Yeah. Probably so.
Yeah.
Jeremy, you got any closing thoughts? Is this going to be weepy? It's going to be weepy, isn't it?
Look, take your vitamins, say your prayers, listen to your teachers, all that stuff. Everything Hulk Hogan told you to do in the 80s. No, but
Yeah.
seriously, check out, if you have not subscribed to Kato's Collection, right,
Mhm.
go over there and subscribe because you don't want to miss the next installment of the official Animal Wars of the Kingdom podcast that's happening this coming Thursday. It's going to be a very big one. So please go check that out. Remarks complete.
Yeah.
Remarks
and,
complete.
check out the 3POA channel. Please.
Yes. Well, hopefully everybody here watches 3POA, watches you, Bobby, Tony, and then watches you guys on Loose Book Complete because
Mhm.
they're both really awesome. And I got to answer this before we bail. Samuel says, hey, Chad, what is the Megaforce figures on Big Bad Toy Store labeled as? So it's Eagle Force. And then just go to Big Bad Toy Store, type in Eagle Force, and then it'll show all the collections. And then just scan through and look for the gold figures. And then if you look for the Eagle Force Monster Force 4-inch figures, they are all red shadows, but they're not red shadows. So check those out. It's actually-
Omega Weapon 13, he says Hogan means steroids when he says vitamins. Yes. Very much. Thank
Him
you.
in his hot dog colored skin.
hot dog water. Hot dog water.
It was,
And
no,
then,
it was like it's like the hot dog that's been on the roller grill,
Yeah.
for like 6 hours that day. It's starting to crack a
Looks-
little bit.
It looks like a mummy. I'll tell you what, man. I know we're gonna go, but when I went to the Valley of the Kings and I was like 1 inch off the glass looking at King Tut, I was like, that's exactly what I thought about. I was like, he looks like that egg roll that's just been on the roller for too long. and he looks like beef jerky over a skull. And the
Yep.
dude's like the size of my desk. He's like a little kid. And I'm like,
Tiny.
Yeah,
weird. Anyway,
Hey, real quick, Jeremy, we're doing a show this week, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
why don't you plug that, Ryan?
We're doing a show this week.
Oh, cool.
I don't know what we're talking about, but we'll think of something.
It's going to be the showiest show that ever showed.
It'll be a show.
And it's happening this next Wednesday, so don't want to miss
Live.
that.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
I will be there just to hear you guys ramble and talk some shit because you're both fantastic. And I can't thank you guys for hanging out with me. And I will see you both in a month.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I guess we will. So thank you again for having us on here. It's always a pleasure. And I had a fantastic time.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much. And thanks to everybody in the chat for hanging out. You guys are the ones that made it fun for all of us. So, and then George Aiken says next topic for 3 POA Bratz collections. Don't you guys talk about that shit enough?
It's
Not
it's
in a
been a
while.
couple of months. It's been a couple of months.
That's fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly.
That's true.
It's
I just
time.
remember, Ryan, I was sending you pictures of like those Walmart 1/12 scale garbage trucks. And I'm like, there you go. There you go. There you go. Awesome. Well, again, thanks everybody for hanging out. Thank you to you two gentlemen. And don't forget to check out Kato's Collections, Animal Warrior of the Kingdom. Always check out Valaverse Action Force and 3 POA Loose But Complete on Wednesday. Thank you all so much for coming. And
Chad, if I can jump in, and if you're
Yes,
still
you
here
may.
right now and need something else to go check out, head over to Hella Dope Toys right now
yes.
to see our good friends Ted and Aaron from
Yes.
Hella Dope Toys, and they are an e-tailer as well, so you can actually purchase your Animal Wars of the Kingdom figures from Hella Dope Toys right now.
That is true. They're an independent e-tailer. So yes, go show them some love. Thank you for covering down on me, Jeremy.
Go
Anybody
over there
wanna
and tell them that Chad sent you. There, how about that?
Yeah,
Right.
use discount code Chad.
Chud.
I almost said discount Chode Chad. But yeah.
Yes, the discount code is Chode Chad Chud. Write it down, all lowercase. All right, everybody have an awesome night.
Later.
Bye.